so trivial, but one of the hardest parts was to actually do our socials at the bottom. Yeah, that was a fun time. Oh, I can do this now. Look at this.
That's a sound.
Look at this.
Here, okay, fine. Hear this.
Let's hear this. Sound is different than vision.
Yeah. I have a soundboard now.
You can push buttons on a soundboard, but nobody on the recording can hear what you've just pushed.
Yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
Let me see.
No, the recording doesn't pick up the soundboard for whatever reason.
What?
The bots don't pick up the soundboards.
No.
Which we
So on
learned,
the podcast,
yeah.
On the podcast, they can't hear what you're pushing.
All right, stop talking just for a second. Let me see if my speaker's picking up. Hold on. Yeah, no, it totally picked it up. Yeah, it picked it up.
But the bots don't. The bots aren't recording. Whatever mechanism Discord's using to play those audio clips from the soundboard, the Craig bot does not know about it.
We got there in the end. The bots. Look, put in your complaint to Craig.
It's not stupid. It's advanced.
Craig and Geark, you're dumb.
They're not dumb. They're wonderful and they're free, and we love them very much.
We do.
We appreciate all of their hard work enabling this to happen.
I love how that was the criteria, and they're free.
I mean, it's not the only criteria, but it's a good one.
Welcome to Two Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast. Dedicated in bringing you all the latest information, news, and opinions. This is the best show for new and veteran Guardians alike, where we share tips, tricks, and tools to help you succeed and enjoy playing even more. So with all that said, let me hand you over to your hosts, the Triumph Hunting Titan Nitedemon, the pink-panted pansy Peroty, and your Hunter Master Ranger, Mr. No One Respawns in Real Life!
Hello. Slow. Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
It's 2024.
Is it?
It is.
My clock said.
We finally got here. We've escaped COVID with our lives, practically. And we are here.
Some American states and European countries would disagree.
No, I'm talking about the royal we.
Oh.
I know you've had it. Peroty's had it. I haven't had it.
Times. Okay, so there's a lot of false positives. I get that.
I don't recommend it.
If the tests are to be believed, apparently I've had each strain one time.
Well, I say that you're ready for culling right now. You're very vulnerable to capture all these different diseases. I say we cull you now. We get rid of you.
No,
send them through the chopper eye.
We wouldn't let you into. We wouldn't let you into the safe. We wouldn't let you into the vault that keeps humanity alive. We'd go. You've caught everything. Just you stay out there.
Mm-hmm.
When the vault tech doors close, Respawn will be on the outside. Sorry to say.
Oh no!
We'll come out in 100 years' time, and he'll still be there, mutated.
Yeah, I'll be a super mutant. Just
we made a mistake. He's still here.
He's just going to be Mr. Burns at that point. He's going to have all the diseases that will counteract each other. They'll say his body is so full of diseases, they're all canceling each other out. He's a man of pure disease at this point. He can't be stopped.
You say that, but Ozzy Osbourne and was it Mick Jagger? Ozzy Osbourne and somebody else has already been contractually obligated to hand their body over to science so they can figure out how the flip they're still alive after doing so many drugs.
I'm not sure if that's true.
It's a Mr. Burns theory. They've just canceled out. That's why.
Okay, yeah.
I know at some point we'll get on to talk about Destiny, but yeah, this is fascinating.
There's no TWAB, there's no TWID, there's no nothing, unless you want to count the fake one. That's the crossfade.
There's Iron Banner.
Iron Banana.
I would like to talk about how the Thorn sometimes registers damage and sometimes doesn't.
I thought that was me.
Okay, like because I've been using the Thorn because I went out and found a build. Like it was basically throw the necrotic grips on with Thorn. Mm-hmm. But I'll give Daltnix the strongest warlock build of the season, Destiny 2, Season of the Witch, because I was like, yes, I understand put on Strand, put on necrotic grips, put on Thorn. I was like, but what else should I do? How should I make this, more fun? And the answer is all of the threadlings. And they pull their weight just fine. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure if I hit you with the Thorn, it's like a 50-50 shot whether I do 70 damage or 1 tick damage. And there's not a lot of middle ground. I really don't quite understand. Like, yes, no, you could just say, Peroty, you're terrible with hand cannons, and you would not be wrong. I am terrible with hand cannons, but I've been in some Titan rushing me with his shotgun, or being rushed by someone going, I know I'm hitting you. You're right in front of me. I see the shots land. I see the little splash damage, and yet the numbers don't show up. So I honestly don't know if Thorn's a little broken, if my use of it is broken. Again, either one of them could be equally likely.
It could be a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
I found the same thing. So I don't think it's just you. I think it is a combination of skill and, the Thorn.
Yeah, because I was all excited to work through the Catalyst, which I realized belatedly I could do in PvE as well. PvE works great. PvE, I can lay waste to everything. It's amazing. But PvP, it's like you can shoot Guardians with this gun, but you're not going to enjoy yourself.
You came to the same realization as me very quickly and went, I'll put a different gun on. I can do this in PvE.
Mm-hmm.
I'd finished doing I finished doing my Dragon's Breath Catalyst. I'd put it on whilst playing Crucible or Iron Banner, and I thought that one, where you have to get 200% of doing ritual activities to kind of unlock the catalyst. I thought, that'll be it.
Nope.
Not actually looking at a guide, just blindly going through it, and then when I went back to Banshee, he went, here's another task for you to do. I thought, I'm not putting that in Crucible. That's a PvE thing. So I put the Thorn on, and because I thought, I'm halfway, doing something with the Thorn. Looked at it, said it was at 8%. I was like, okay, cool, go and get kills. I couldn't hit, the broadside of a barn door with the blooming thing. It was just like what you said. It was like sometimes it was doing damage, sometimes it wasn't. I didn't know whether it was me or if it was just the gun. I'm putting it down to me, so I just switched over to kind of an auto rifle.
Yeah, right there with you. I threw the Lethal Abundance on at one point, had a good time with it, or just swapped over to the Messenger and said, let me use the all reliable. Let me sit back and go and hit you with the Messenger, and then clean you up with just a plethora of other weaponry, shotguns, grenade launchers. I was just basically cycling through things going, what have I not really upgraded that I'm not really going to often switch to, but I need something a little bit closer range if the Messenger won't do the job. Yeah. So I'm glad to know it's not just me. I mean, it could just be just us. Again, perfectly open to that situation that I'm just old and bad at hand cannons. but I've used other hand cannons in Crucible, and they hit. You land your shots and the numbers show up. Thorn, it really is sometimes going, sometimes you get 70 major damage, sometimes you get 1. I've cleaned up loads of kills with the Thorn. I've got lots of, oh, hey, by the way, that guy died 5 minutes later. Yeah. But I think that was because of the literal army of threadlings I sent after him. So I think they're doing a good job. The Thorn, not so much.
See, that's what I wanted to weigh in on. Anybody who watched the streams last Iron Banner will tell you that my threadlings, because I had so many threadlings. I had 2 threadling grenades. I had the dodge threadlings. I had when I shoot a thing, it makes threadling. I mean, I was threadlinged out, right? And 6 times out of 10, they would my dodge, for example, where I leave the clone. Somebody would come next to it. It would detonate. And then the threadlings would just run in a circle, where do I go, George? Where do I go, George? I'm just you stupid things, man.
Over there, toward the lads. See those lads over there? See those guys? Kill them. Yeah,
and before anybody says, I did have the increased tracking and increased damage mod on, and they still just had no clue where they were going. I'm like, this is not fun for me.
Yeah, I don't know how well the threadlings were really doing overall. They may have been running around lost, but there were so many of them. I figured you're going to get something. Something is going to happen just by having them all out here.
That's what I thought too.
I'm pretty sure. No. I feel like I got more kills with the threadlings than I did with any kind of weaponry. Yeah. They're just hold on, we got this. Nice. We can handle this for you. I enjoy throwing that threadling grenade around cover or into doorways, going, I know you're in there. Let's see if we can flush you out. Mm-hmm. Let's see how many numbers pop up.
Well, I've got 2 kind of bits of it. Well, I've got 2 kind of updates for you this week from me and my gameplay. I did not manage to finish doing my dawning stuff, so sad face emoji for me on not getting my golf ball and not finishing my book.
Yep, I'm right there with you. I think I finished all like the book weapon kills, but then I forgot all about all the Star Baker requirements.
Oh no, I did do that, but it was the like the different burns, the different.
Okay.
So I didn't get any. I think I got the Stay Frosty, I got the Glaive, and I got one other that I can't remember. But I think I immediately dismantled them because I had better rolls from last year. So,
right. Yeah. So okay. So we collectively did all of it, just different halves.
So yeah, we should get the medal for it, basically. Yeah,
team-based activity. Let's go.
Yeah. We worked as a fire team.
Yeah.
Just on different continents.
Mm-hmm.
And drum roll, please, Respawn, if you've got it.
No, I took it off in lieu of the sad horn.
Oh,
there it is.
That's not a sad horn. That's a
bit of tish.
I know. I have those
that wasn't
two.
Me. So that wasn't me. That was Peroty.
Yeah,
I can put those in. So there.
Okay. Yeah,
people will get that reference. Well, my drum roll, I'm putting it in here. I managed to get my hunter to 1810 for the first time in 2 seasons. Now, this was 2 seasons of chasing just pinnacle gear from just doing solo activity. So like Nightfalls, going around to, because the vendors have all kind of changed in the last couple of seasons as well. Because originally they were just powerful rewards. Then sneakily, without telling anyone, if you do your 8 bounties on all of them now, they're pinnacle rewards. So I was like, where did this little bit of information come from? Nowhere. So I've been going around and doing all of those. And after chasing pinnacles, and I'm like, in Iron Banner, we're just playing as a hunter for 2 seasons and still playing Iron Banner this week just on my hunter. I did not get my helmet to drop. I got everything else to drop at 1810, but it would not give me a helmet. The only thing that gave me a helmet, and I was like, oh, I haven't played it in a week. I'm going to do Iron Banner. I played on the Friday because I thought, because kids going back to school and things, I thought, I'll clear the day on Friday. We'll get it sorted. We'll sit down. We'll do at least 3 powerful rewards all in one day because I just can play the 12 games and do my my boosts and everything. That I would just focus on that. Did that. Got absolutely nothing. 1810, everything else, and I was like, oh, this is so depressing. I'll go to Hawthorne, see if I've, because I gave out my commendations. Hawthorne was like, no, you want gauntlets. And I was like, no, Hawthorne, we are not friends. We have not been friends for a very long time. I do not want gauntlets.
Are you sure, though? Because I have a good pair of gauntlets right here.
I mean, I don't know how many more times I can refresh Dim every time I get something at 1810 and go, look, this is the only 1810 thing that is needed in the whole game. Everything else, my Titan, my Warlock, primary weapon, secondary weapon, heavies, everything. Even the class items for the Warlock, the Titan, and the Hunter were all 1810. It was just a helmet. I was like,
am I right? Am I right or am I right?
There is no loot. Okay.
No. See, the problem is you've now told the game what you wanted.
No, but I didn't. I didn't tell the game. I didn't. I was very mum on the whole subject. I just didn't say anything. And I'd been doing my Crucible bounties, and I thought, come on, Shax, you're my man. Just please, just give me the helmet. And you know what he went? He went, take the helmet. I have pity on you. We're going into Lightfall soon, so you need a helmet.
This is amazing.
You beat me by a second, just so you know.
Shax will hook you up.
Yeah. Shax hooked me up. So now everything that I can play on any character, whether it be Pinnacle or Powerful Reward, will now drop 1810. So I'm happy. I'm happy as Larry. Larry's very happy.
Larry's really happy.
He is happy, and I'm happy with Larry.
Talk to Larry. Larry's gone through some stuff. His wife has divorced him. She's taken the kids. The house is no longer his. He did manage to keep the car, which isn't saying much considering it's a bit of a lemon. I mean, how happy is Larry really?
Very.
Oh, well, that's a man who knows his worth in life, I guess. But Dawn says 2 things. A, you need a toaster, not a helmet. Okay.
No, I used the toaster, Don. I used my toaster.
Okay.
When I was able to swap over to my Warlock, with my Warlock build and my Threadlings, I was getting people killed with my Lethal Abundance and my Toaster, and they weren't happy with all the Threadlings and a Toaster being fired at them. So, yeah.
Okay.
Good
They
times.
also said that when Noble says, "Excuse me, have you got a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior gauntlets, not helmet?" And then Don says, "You're worshiping the wrong Lord." So,
look, I wasn't worshipping anybody. I'm an atheist.
He's worshiping. You're worshiping.
like
You're clearly
Iron
worshiping
Lord.
the Iron Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
Now, did you pick a better Iron Lord? Is that the problem?
I miss Aphrodite. That's what it is. Me and her. She hooked me up with some decent weapons in D1.
Fair enough.
I wish she'd come back and give me some of them weapons again. They look cool.
Man can dream.
A man can dream. Doesn't mean anything's going to happen, but you absolutely can dream.
It doesn't mean your dreams will become reality, but it's good. It's good to want things.
So I've managed to check that off my bucket list now. So that's good.
Now you're going to continue to play as a hunter, right?
Winner is.
I really did love the Radiance build that I found. I did link it a couple of months back with doing your dodge and having the Aeon gauntlets on, especially in 6s. It's fantastic because every time a teammate dies, you get your class ability energy. So I was dodging, getting Radiant, and using the Jorum's Claw pulse rifle to get the kill. It literally 2-burst people if I can hit the headshot. I did find at one point I was firing.
Big if though, bud. But continue.
No. I sat there and I'd fired, and I literally fired above the person's head, and I was sitting there thinking, "What are you doing? Just pull down. Why are you firing over? Now you're dead. What are you doing?" It was literally going through my brain as I was firing. I was like, "Why didn't you just pull down on the blooming thumbstick?" But yeah. When I was hitting the headshots, it did body shot and straight up, flicking it up was working pretty well. So yeah, the Aeon gauntlets are pretty cool for that. So yeah.
Oh my god.
So 19, what you're saying is you need Headseeker, but in the reverse direction. You need Headseeker to pull the barrel down, not up.
Yes,
got it.
No, but that's what I didn't get. I knowing full well that the perks on my weapon were Headseeker, so I had to start shooting at the body to get the head. I started above them and was trying to go down, and it's just my brain just wasn't working in that specific moment, and I was like, "You are terrible. Just give up the game now." And then I thought, no, sorry, I need to play more Iron Banner.
That's kind of how I was feeling in Iron Banner this week, because sometimes it's like we're going to put you into the lobbies with real people. Other times it's like we're going to put you into the lobbies with absolute Iron Banner lords, and you can absolutely participate in this game. You will have shown up on the participation list of people who arrived. Did you do anything? No, you absolutely did not. You were just there for target practice.
Yes, but what I was thinking with that is that it's just progressing my XP bonus that little bit more, like saying play like 12, 18 games. I was thinking, well, at least that's progressing that. I'm getting the XP bonus a lot quicker. So swings and roundabouts.
See, y'all are both complaining, but
I'm not complaining.
You're both playing on console lobbies, right?
We're complaining, but we're having
PC
fun.
Lobbies are just evil when it comes to sweatiness.
Well, yeah, because that's where all the people with all the money for all the specs are. I'm going. At least I know more or less who I'm playing against. I know when I lose, it's just because I'm bad, not because someone has a $5,000 gaming rig and I don't.
First of all, the gaming rig does not help your skill. I am witness to that. Okay,
yes, it does. Come on, it does. You can make the buttons go faster.
No.
Yeah, if we put you on a potato.
But hold on. Last Iron Banner, I was complaining that and not just Iron Banner, I also did trials. I know what the hell's wrong with me, but whenever I was using the toaster, yes, Donnie, I was using the toaster. Whenever I would jump in the air, like I'd start the charge and then like jump in the air to like peek over something to fire the projectile.
Yeah,
it would reset the timer, like really, really, really often. And I thought, and someone's like, "Well, maybe your mouse is just being like, oh." I'm like, "No, I promise you, I'm holding it down." So
sometimes that happens. No matter what weapon you are, even if you're on controller, it will suddenly run you forward, and you're like, "Well, no, that's not what I was doing. I was doing something, and that was not what I was doing."
When am I talking about run forward? I'm talking about it would reset the timer on the charge for the fusion rifle. Yeah. And for the life of me, I could not figure out what the hell was going on. And it killed me so many times because I was gonna pop over and launch that projectile, and it didn't launch, and the dude just killed me instead. I'm like, are you for real?
Because sometimes Destiny says, yes, you've pressed the trigger button to fire. However, you also did literally any other movement. So we're going to cancel out your triggering, your firing, and make you do that movement instead.
Yeah.
I have personally been victimized by this with when I do try to shotgun people in Crucible and going
victimized.
I absolutely hit the button.
It isn't victimized, man.
And does my character shoot the weapon? No. My character stands there and goes, I had the shotgun, I was pointing it at you, but I elected not to fire because it just seemed rude to not let you just kill me immediately.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm with Peroty. That's a great word, victimized, because we are being brutally victimized by Bungie spaghetti code. Okay, if I'm holding down the trigger, don't reset my trigger timer, especially on a fusion rifle. What is wrong with you? Especially with a fusion rifle that you have to charge for nearly a second.
I would like compensation for my injuries.
100%. Yeah, you've killed me so many times because of those shenanigans, Bungie. I'm super mega sad face panda.
Although I did have to give credit. There was a man running around with the sweet business the other day, who was absolutely laying waste to our lobby. And I'm like, sir, I was playing Warlock where I would have joined him on the other team as the other sweet business user. But I was like, sir, I appreciate you and all that you are doing. You are just going, this is my world. You can try to compete for this doorway. No, this is my doorway. I have all the bullets and you have all the Swiss cheese.
Yes.
Oh, and you said last time, you said to me, have I played on Citadel? And for the whole of the last Iron Banner, didn't see it once. First game that I loaded up this Iron Banner, I got the Citadel. And it was fantastic because nobody went outside to B. It was like
no. Everybody goes to that room inside by B and like competes in those two doorways.
So you know what I did? Thing. I went round the back to B, right? And I was like, there's nobody here. So I'm just going to carry on walking around on this like little path, hide behind the rocks. And I shot them as they were running across the bridge. They're like just dying as they're coming across the bridge. I was like, no, this is strange. I don't know what's happening here. And then I got my blade barrage at the best time and I ran straight through the middle and my team had cleared out everybody and I was the first person to the middle and I thought, I'm just going to keep running. And I kept running and I went around that little pillar and they were literally all running out the door at the same time. So I didn't even jump. I just pushed the blade barrage thing and got 5 of them in one go.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh. Perfect. I thought you were about to tell me you just got wrecked.
No. They literally, they were all running down those steps.
Because he didn't jump. If he had jumped, it would have canceled the blade barrage. Then he would have gotten wrecked. Because he didn't jump, he just hit the blade barrage.
or when you don't jump because you know you're going to hit the ceiling, and then it forces you to jump, and you miss the whole blade barrage.
They did kill me because I had 5 of them shooting at me with whatever weapons they had, but I took all 5 of them down in one go. And I was like, that is amazing. I've recorded that. That is cool.
It's like, you guys may have killed me, but I've taken you with me.
5 of you.
I will see you all in the afterlife.
There could be 6. I haven't gone back to watch, but I'm sure I got 5. I'm sure the medals came up for 5.
You haven't done your frame-by-frame analysis? I'm disappointed.
I haven't, no.
But
I've enjoyed this Iron Banner as well. How about you guys?
You enjoy every Iron Banner. You're a psychopath.
Citadel's good, and yeah, like I have enjoyed the Iron Banner overall. Like I decided I was like, let me go play with the Warlock again. I was thinking, I got my Thorn Catalyst to drop. I don't know, sometime in the last month or two. Forgot it existed and was like, all right, the Thorn Catalyst. Well, let me go bring it into Iron Banner with Necrotic Grips because why would you not? And then I learned the Thorn doesn't actually shoot people in PvP, so I was like, oh, well, that's less good of an idea, but still had fun with it. Yeah, Citadel's good fun. I've again victimized a couple people by going, I'm gonna rush your bridge, throw a well down on it, and bring the whole family, and we're gonna trap you in this room until you figure out don't run out the door anymore, or it just switches spawns, which is sad.
A little bit,
but throwing, I'd forgotten the joy of throwing a well down in the middle of people going, this is my house now. You don't get to live here anymore.
But the thing about the well that I did learn is the toaster will absolutely still one-shot you if you're in a well.
Not with enough threadlings, it won't.
No, it's still one-shot you. You might retaliate, but you're still going to die.
Yeah. There were a couple of toaster users, and again, I won't say I respect their choices, but I respect their choices.
Ooh, you're gonna upset somebody in the chat by saying that. I'm sorry, you don't respect the toaster? What?
I respect the choice to use the toaster until I hear it hitting me in the face. When I try to dodge and it goes, no, you don't. I still respect it. I'm mad at it, but I still respect the choice.
There's a problem. You tried to dodge. I was using the toaster the other day, and the tracking of the toaster is really, temperamental. It's like sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. And most of the time, it don't. Okay? But, like, I was shooting a guy, and the tracking, of course, didn't engage, but I guess the guy thought that it did. So he goes to dodge out of the way of the toaster when, in fact, he put himself into the line of fire because it, in fact, did not track. So I was like, thanks for that, bud. Maybe he just saw my name and felt, was like, oh, it's this guy. Yeah, you know what? Let me help you out by standing literally where your toast is going to kill me at. So, yeah, it might have been just a pity thing, but it was funny. It was still funny. Now, I have seen, and I want to try this whenever I do get the peer pressure to play Iron Banner again, but I watched AZ Plays' videos with Tiku's Divination, and the hipfire does the tracking, and you prime the dude, right? But then when you fire the next shot, it's guaranteed to kill him because he's going to go boom, right? And the boom is pretty substantial. I was watching AZ kill people that I was thinking, that's pretty far away. Like, I don't think that should have been a thing, But he did it. And I'm like, well, I'm all about the crutches in PvP, so I think...
Well, why don't we just end the podcast now and go and play some...
No.
You said...
No.
Because otherwise the rest of the audio... Well, already you said end the podcast, because otherwise there would just be nothing but cursing for the next hour and a half.
Look, they've had half an hour of us talking about Iron Banner. They've probably gone, we're over this game. We've moved on. We've gone to Cyberpunk. We've gone to Baldur's Gate. We've gone somewhere, but we're not listening to you.
We're just catching all the Pokemon at this point.
But I want you to listen to me. I need you to feed my addiction.
Okay.
Well, your addiction should be Iron Banner.
Yeah.
Nobody's addiction should be Iron Banner. What is wrong with you?
Well, it's healthier than Trials.
How much time do you have?
That's not a good bar to compare it by, okay? Everything's healthier than Trials.
So Respawn, did you go to the lighthouse the other day when you were trying? I saw your attempt. Did you make it to the lighthouse? Did you manage to play the game in its broken state and still get to the lighthouse despite having a number of losses that I saw Bees and other people talking about?
So, first of all, everybody knows my memory's bad. Did I tell you how I should have been to the lighthouse before I get into that?
Sure, yeah. Give us the backstory.
Okay. So, I was playing Trials because I wanted to get the god roll of that not linear trace rebel, right? And I started playing it, and 3 people jumped on, Micah included, and Micah's like, "Yeah, I'll carry you to the lighthouse, cool, whatever," right? But the problem is
you believed him in the first place?
Well, no. Here's the thing: I had a full card already, right? Because they're like, "Hey, get a full card, and then it'll just kind of drop more loot for you when you have a full card. Just don't reset it." I'm like, cool. So I played like half a day to fill out the card, right? Micah jumps on to continue playing or whatever. And as soon as Micah jumped on and the other guy that was with me left, so it was just a team of 2, we had like 8 or 9 straight wins in a row. And he's like, if you had reset your card, you'd be at the lighthouse by now. I'm like, I know.
Or would you, because you were getting those wins because you had a broken card?
Yeah, don't forget there is that thing of that it puts you into the practice pool that you can still get wins.
Yeah, because I've absolutely had that same. I don't think I've ever gotten like the 7 in a row, but I've gotten won 10 out of the next 11 games or something. Going now, if I had a good card, would I have still done this well? Would the fates have smiled on me to give me good teammates or not?
Okay,
so maybe. I won't say no, but I'll say maybe.
That might have been a factor. But yeah, we got 8 or 9 wins in a row, and I was like, F. It hurt my feelings that probably was my one shot. So then I made a conceited effort, and Mike is like, all right, jump back on tomorrow, just us, so we can be a team of 2, and I'll get you to the lighthouse. Turns out, no. Our RNG for teammates and teams we were playing against was very, very, very stacked against us. Like, I don't think we got more than 1 or 2 wins in a row. And Not a good time.
Respawn. I've got some good news for you.
No, I
True
don't think you
Vanguard
do.
this week has put out a video of tips of how to go flawless whilst playing solo.
Is it one tip, and is it get good?
Is it
Sort of?
Is it pray for good teammates?
No, it's not. It's be a good teammate, basically.
Oh, okay.
You know, so he goes through kind of tactics of like, if you see this happening, do this. I mean, it is pretty basic stuff, but it is like, you need to kick up the, and if you are the one that's doing this, which sometimes, admittedly, I'm the one that does the stupid long flank that goes around the back, and then I come back round and my two teammates are dead. I should not be doing that, according to True Vanguard. So I'm going to listen to what he said in his video, maybe follow it for a good couple of weeks and see how far I get. And I think you should do the same, and I will link it in the show notes.
I often try to be a good teammate. I still just get killed anyway. Or again, I am not the one. If I'm the last man standing, it's not going to go well. I am perfectly good at being the bullet sponge and being the first one to die to lure the team out of hiding, so my better teammates can clean them up. But I am absolutely not the one who's going to clutch the round for our team.
Yes, but there are things that you could do to improve being the bullet sponge or drawing the team out, according to True Vanguard's video. So I'd watch it. It is a few, it's a few tips, but yeah, the main one is just basically be a good teammate and follow these kind of rules and don't do these other things. And
doesn't involve
that is the problem, though, isn't it? Is Micah in 6v6? He is the I'm in your face to make you uncomfortable Titan. He's got dual submachine guns. He runs melee builds. I mean, he wants to get as close to you as he can, as fast as he can, right? And in 6v6s, that's fine. However, in trials, when you're running in and you're faster than everybody else and you're 1v3ing everyone, it doesn't really work out that well.
Well, no, he shouldn't be kind of doing that. I mean,
dude, I spent half a day to stop running in. You're by yourself. We can't cover you, and you instant die. Yeah, but I take one out with me. That doesn't matter.
Go with him. Go with him and cover him.
He was faster than me. He was using an Arc Titan, and he was literally running faster than me.
Yes, but just go with him. Support him so that if he does get down and he does take out one.
You're not hearing me. I was trying to, but he was faster than me.
So hear me out. Wave frame. Get a wave frame something and send the wave in there to help him out.
Yeah.
I was trying to do that with Witherhoard. I was trying to shoot it where he's going to try to help him out. And even that wasn't working.
Okay, no, see, what you do is you get to the Telesto, load him up with Telesto, then send him in. Then see how it all pans out.
That I didn't try. I also didn't try sticky grenades.
Yeah, put Telesto, sticky grenade on his back, send him in, see what happens.
Marcus, stay around this corner, let me load you up, have fun, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're going to send the nuke into the room, and we're going to see what happens. So Nitedemon, we have an important message from Donnie.
Okay.
Who says, you are banned from playing Hunter from now on because of using Aeon gear on the Hunter. And he says, King Don says so. You're banned. You're banned. Apparently Aeon gear is not allowed on Hunters. I would tell you why, but I have no idea. Because my Hunter is still at 1700 something. So Respawn, do you know why Aeon gear is banned from Hunters?
They're bad.
They're not bad. They're amazing.
They're bad.
No, because I've got, I think it is Sector Vigor. So gain class ability energy and take reduced damage from combatants for a short time while an ally dies or when you are surrounded by allies. Nearby critical wounded allies take reduced damage from combatants. So it's perfect. It works for you and it works for the team. It's good.
But are those combatants actual combatants in PvP? Or are those the combatants that aren't really PvP?
The game says combatants.
Because Bungie has no idea what a combatant is.
No, they said combatants is non-PvP. They did say that.
Yeah, but do they mean it though? And is that still the case? Just because they said it doesn't mean anything.
In my head, all of it works in PvP. I know that the class ability thing definitely works.
Oh, okay.
It could be just PvE.
That's what the zombies
I identify as a flawless Trials player, and I should go to the Lighthouse.
I am only a flawed Trials player that looks up to Saint 14 as a person and pigeon harder. So I will never be at the Lighthouse again.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, man, everybody's gone but me. Holy moly.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because I was awake at like, and this is
Oh,
in Destiny
you
1.
were run by the. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, because I was awake at like 6 a.m. and I subbed to the guy's channel and I won the raffle because there was like 20 people watching. I'm going, my odds are pretty good. So I raced out of bed, raced downstairs, turned on the Xbox. I was like, hold on, I got this.
Mm-hmm. Well done.
Yeah, could I do it myself? Absolutely not. Five wins max, and then it's going. Okay, now we're putting you into the pro leagues. You do absolutely not belong here.
Yeah, I didn't even see chat till just now, and I saw Don say only a non-hunter main would say that they're good. So I didn't even read that. I'm just like, they're bad. They're bad. And then Don saw saying that nonsense, and he's right. He's absolutely right because combatants are in PvE, not PvP.
Look, at the end of the day, I want to do what I want to do as a hunter.
Yeah. You were a victim of your own placebo effect.
So do I.
Happened. You thought it was good, therefore you acted as though it was good, and you played better. But in reality, they're not good. You fell for your own placebo effect.
What exotic, Mr. Hunter and chat? What exotic do I need to be running?
What class are you running? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to do melee? Are you trying to do ranged? Are you using a bow? I mean, that's a loaded question. We need to know your playstyle to even begin to answer that question.
I used to do Le Monarch in Crucible, and that was it. Le Monarch and hand cannon with my Oathkeeper.
Well, then obviously Oathkeepers would be
that's what I used to do. So,
Yeah.
and I think it's quite big of me to kind of switch over to something that I getting off my crutch basically and going and doing something else.
Crutches exist for a reason. It helps us walk when we're struggling.
And I do like Liar's Handshake. So if I want to get up close, if I'm on the Arc build and I can tumble around, punch people and get like, if they're, if everybody's coming for me and I'm just going to be rolling around punching things. And I have got out of, a few sticky situations in sixes whilst doing that.
The problem is with the Liar's Handshake, you got to hit twice before they can hit you twice. And
only the first time. Yeah.
Okay.
Only the first time you have to hit the twice. And then if you've got the stack, you can then keep rolling around and keep going. So.
Okay.
So
that is the problem, though, is getting that stack initially, right, without getting homicided when you try to melee somebody. The second thing is getting to another guy and trying to melee him before you get homicided from range, and before the timer runs out. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be very powerful in PvP if you're one of those guys that can get in close, or it's a good map to get in close. But overall, at least the first time, you got to melee somebody twice before you get homicided by him or a teammate, and then get to the next guy before the timer runs out. So it's not really practical.
Potato.
I mean, it's your playstyle, right? Now, me, on the other hand, I was using a lot of Frosties, right? Because I was throwing a lot of grenades. I was doing a lot of dodging. So for me, the Frosties help with my strand build because I can throw a lot of threadling grenades, or I have my threadling dodge up, 90% of the time, right? So if that's your bag, then that's a good way to go, is to run the Frosties, not the Stompies. I'm tired of hunters talking about Stompies. They're not good, okay? They were never good. Hunters have crutched on them for years. There's nothing that Stompies can give you that you can't do on your own.
But Frosties are very similar to the Aeon things, aren't they? I mean, you have to run around. No, but you have to run around to charge them up. With this, I just let other people die.
Well, no, they charge up all of the things, right? That's just one thing.
I've been playing PvP wrong this whole time. I just let people die. Should have been my strategy going in. It seems so obvious now that you say it.
Yeah, who needs to win or play objectives? I'm just going to watch you guys die to power myself up. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, running around increases your grenade melee and dodge regeneration while sprinting. So, and it increases your sprint speed.
It does indeed.
Maybe I'll try those. But
that's mainly for the strand build, right? And if you're rocking solar, then personally, I'm a big fan of the and now I'm blanking on them, the ones that give you the weighted throwing knife, because amazing, I can't tell you how many accidental kills I've gotten like 30 seconds after I've thrown the damn knife. Now, it is hard to proc. People are like, oh man, this thing's broken. No, it's not broken because it's hard to proc. before you can even begin to throw the weighted throwing knife, you have to get X number of precision hits or a precision kill, which in PvP, some of us can do, some of us can't, right? And once you do that, hopefully, again, you haven't been killed by now, then you get the weighted throwing knife for like 20 seconds. That's a pretty good timer. I like that timer. And then, on top of that, you have to get 2 bounces with the knife. Not one. It has to hit 2 surfaces, 2 structures, before it gets the extra damage and the extra tracking. Now, and on top of that, you have to kind of bounce the second bounce in the general direction of another player.
I'm not being funny, but this all just sounds really complicated, and I just want to shoot my gun. So using my Aeons, doing my dodge to get my Radiance, and then shoot my gun, it's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, I mean,
point
you could also just use
at
Frosties.
enemy and click. Point and click interface. Point at enemy, click button, hope for best.
I mean, as a Titan, I thought that you would really, really crutch on the Frosties. That way you could just kind of run into things and punch things. You know?
No.
Punching hasn't been good in years, though. We're over punching. Punching was so 1900 style.
Oh no, sir, no. I have recorded evidence that shows your Titan one shots are still very much a thing.
Let me rephrase. Unless you specifically spec into it and get lucky with the hit detection, PvP punching is a thing of the past. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm not saying there aren't people doing it, but the number of times you should get the kill and the game goes, no, we're just going to not hit detect you. Or if you're playing Strand, it just absolutely melees in 180 degrees from the target you're trying to attack, or 90 degrees from the target you're trying to attack. Yeah, I'm not saying it can't be done, but it is not the golden age of punching. Shooting is way more effective.
I know, fair enough. I'm a big fan of shooting too, but what I'm saying is all these Titans are like, they're taking the one punch away. No, they did not. And even the ones that don't one-shot you, they leave you with 1 to 5 health. So it's like, you're playing semantics now. Yeah, technically I'm not one-shot, but a floating leaf is going to kill me, okay? This is ridiculous.
I mean, I do have to kind of back you up here, Respawn. When I was playing Iron Banner this week, there was a Titan, shoulder charged the guy next to me, and was able to hit me, punch me, and kill both of us quicker than I could melee him. And I was on my hunter.
Yeah,
I'd already taken a swing at him.
Melee, supposedly.
But I think he'd obviously spec'd into it because he took the other guy out straight away. He shoulder charged, knee dropped, whatever he did to him, took him out straight away, and then just punched me. So there was obviously some kind of residual damage on me.
And it was arc, right?
I don't know. I think it could have been Strand.
Well, you have to have the shoulder charge for the Peregrine Greaves to work. So it has to be Arc, or I think Solar is your other one, and Void, right? Those are the 3 ones that give you a shoulder charge. Somebody correct me.
No, but I think if you do a grapple, it pulls you in really fast, and then you can just do the melee. And I think you can get 1 melee off if you've got like Peregrine Greaves on, and then a second melee straight after, very quickly, or you've got the 3 melees at that point. So he could have hit me like twice before I'd even hit him. Whatever happened, we both died. So I'm backing you up here.
No, I appreciate it. No, Titan melees are still very much a big threat. Yeah.
I just wish I would like to know how to do that. But
be young.
But you did raise a question.
Better reaction time is what I'm guessing, because I absolutely have been like, watch a Titan punch me and my entire friend group to get to death, and I'm going, I have hit the button and I cannot punch that fast.
Where is this fountain of youth that I could access to help with that?
Well, you see, we had put the Vex into those machines in the helm, and then someone who's going to remain nameless kind of broke all the machines, so we don't have the technology we need to access the fountain of youth anymore. So, yeah.
Let's send him through the portal first.
I like it.
Well, we'll use him.
He'll scout it out. He'll tell us what's coming up.
Yeah,
squirrel.
And if not, he'll just turn into a million pieces.
In Florida, if you didn't know, it's by DeLeon Springs. Named after Ponce de Leon, the guy that went looking for the Fountain of Youth. It's here in Florida, so you can come take a look if you want.
I've been there. It doesn't work. I tried.
You went to St. Augustine, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's not Ponce de Leon, bud.
But that's where the Fountain of Youth is.
It's not.
And then they lied to us.
Look, I've watched Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. You've got no Fountain of Youth over there. It's obviously over here in Europe somewhere or in Asia area.
Speaking of Indiana Jones, you guys have seen The Big Bang Theory, right? How okay, well, in The Big Bang Theory, it's a show for nerds. It's a show for geeks, and
I get that.
one of the main characters was talking to his wife, and he says, "Blow my mind," and she goes, "Okay." Indiana Jones played absolutely zero part in Raiders of the Lost Ark, and he goes, "That's absolutely ridiculous." She goes, "No, if he wasn't there, the Nazis would have still found the Ark, the Nazis would have still opened the Ark, and the Nazis would have still killed themselves via looking at the Ark." And then he just was like stunned, and she goes, mic drop, and walks out. Like, so yeah, I thought that was a good tidbit since you brought that up. A little squirrel moment. Anyway, so chat says, and people keep saying that hunters are easy to play, and based on what I just told you, that should tell you that no, they are not. Just getting, what are the damn gauntlets called? It's really bugging me.
Will you stop with this stupid hunter love? Look, nobody said that hunters are easy to play, hard to play, medium to play.
Everyone says hunters are easy to play. Literally everyone.
It depends on your play style and how you want to play the game.
That's what it is. Hunters Embrace. Yes.
It depends what you're playing. I don't know who everyone is, but is everyone in the room with us? Is everyone within earshot?
We're talking about all the online stuff, all the creators, all this and that, and the other. Talk about how hunters are so.
You're blaming Aztecross. You're blaming
those people aren't real.
Everyone. Anyway,
those people aren't real.
True Vanguard, Fallout Plays, Cool Guy.
Yeah, they're just holograms. They're not real people.
Everyone who's not a hunter. Actually, no. Even some of the hunters may claim that. But anyway,
I love the fact you've now turned on hunters. You're like, yeah, everyone, including the hunters. It's like,
no. Some hunters say, "Oh, they're easy to play," but they're not. There's a high skill level, and if you have that high skill level, yeah, they might be easy for you.
Yeah, you just throw the ice tornado and then shatter dive. That's it. 2 steps.
Yo, the shatter dive was so much fun with the seasonal activity. Let me tell you, I suck at aiming it, but when I do get it off, let me tell you, it's so satisfying. It's like I have the grenade. Yes, I have thrown the grenade. I have hit my target. I have jumped in the air. I have aimed properly, being the key word, and I have shattered it, and you died. But there are also many, 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 many times where I shatter dive them, and they still have just enough health to shotgun me. Just like
there was a very brief moment during the dawning when I was getting my stasis kills that I almost understood how a stasis titan could be good. Almost. Because I spec completely into I'm just going to make ice walls everywhere. I'm going to put the Hoarfrost Z on. I'm going to throw the ice wall grenade. We're just going to create and shatter giant blocks of ice.
Mm-hmm.
And so it doesn't matter if you're a drunken toddler at that point, because you're just wandering around, smashing through walls like the Kool-Aid Man. And I was like, my first thought was, okay, I could almost see how this could be good. My second thought was, well, now we have Strand, so this is just a worse version of Strand. And then I got sad again because Strand is amazing.
Strand is really good. Strand is actually pretty good. For a lot of classes. For the Warlock, it's really good. For the Hunter, it's very good. And I think for the Hunter, it's especially good in a lot of activities, because we get access to 2 suspend grenades. We get access to our dodge that can do the clone thing, which tricks a lot of people. We have the Beyblade, which, granted, I know we don't get immortality like the Titans and the Warlock do, but it is fun watching it spin around and hurt people. And and then we have our Grand Dive, where we can suspend even more people. So, I mean, like, the Hunters have a really good kit. We just don't have the immortality like the other 2 classes do, you know? And, of course, your immortality is what makes you great.
Mm-hmm. Immortality is the way. The way, the truth, and the light.
Beyblade is very annoying, and I love it. But yeah. So, do we have anything to talk about besides eat on banana? Have you done your bow exotic yet? Either one of you. I know one of you didn't do it.
Me. I still haven't done it.
You.
You
What the
still
F?
okay. Okay, I soloed it, so it's possible if I can solo it going in blind.
I'm not saying
now,
that.
Now,
I'm saying
now.
that
To be fair, I did.
it was
I
a big
cheesed the last
obstacle.
room because
There
of
was a
course
big obstacle.
children.
What?
Is it children?
Is
It's
it the
called
white?
Iron Banner. When Iron Banner turns up, everything else gets dropped, and Iron Banner gets played.
Yeah,
Well,
that's fair.
That's kind of your fault, though.
I know.
Nobody said
It's
you
an
had to
addiction.
play Iron
So,
Banana.
Have you
how
been
Iron
through the
Banana is
dungeon
active,
yet?
and I'm not playing it?
Look, the
Yeah,
same,
you're
the
broken
same
inside.
barrier.
I did the dungeon blind. Actually, he has done the dungeon. He and I did it together.
But we didn't complete it. I had to leave you. You got upset. You went, you've dragged me in here and you've just left me. And I went, yeah, but I've got to go to work. So
To be fair, that was a
Sorry.
valid complaint, though.
yeah.
But so Respawn, how was dragging Demon through part of the dungeon?
He actually was trying to not annoy me and to complete the activity. It was pleasant for once. Yeah.
I was
He was
contributing
legit
to
trying.
the team.
Yeah, contributing. There you go. That's the word. I have a hard time associating you with that word. I'm sorry, but yeah, he.
So working with versus working against.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And then we figured out the cage thing. We were so excited. We're like, oh my god, you shoot the balls! What balls? I've seen it balls.
All of the balls, all of them.
But no, and then
the Indebted Kindness is a really fun sidearm. Despite getting it many weeks ago, I had it on the Warlock and then forgot it existed. It's good fun.
That's a rocket launcher one, right?
Little rocket sidearm.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
It's got really good.
This should be news to no one, but now I want more.
Well, the thing is
we should dungeon.
It's supposed to. It's a special weapon, right? It is a very special weapon.
So
and
special.
It still takes 3 shots to kill somebody inside of PvP.
Yeah, but in Gambit, it's really nice and effective for knocking down bigger targets, and it makes me happy.
I haven't used it in Gambit. What role did you get?
That's a great question. I would love to tell you.
I found a new love for Gambit at the moment because I'm finding it fun to go and play Gambit.
Gambit is fun to play. Y'all always hate on it, but it's fun to play.
Okay. Who is the y'all in this sentence?
Sorry.
In what world? In what world?
Night Demon never really hates on it. Night Demon hates the fact that Bungie put in challenges that force you to go into it, which then immediately get my back up to go, no, I don't want to be forced to go and play that game mode.
No,
if I want to go and play the game mode, I will go.
Back up? What are you, a dog?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the fur on the back of my neck's gone up. That's it. You've upset me.
Okay, sure.
So to answer your question, mine has surrounded an impulse amplifier on it. So it's just the roll. Yeah, like it's the roll I happen to get. However, I'm not sure what I've done to only receive reload masterworks. Because I swear, any decent roll I've gotten in the past, I don't know, season, I feel like, has had a reload speed masterwork on it. I do believe there are other masterworks you can get in this game.
No.
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to have them anymore, but I'm pretty sure they do exist. But just not for me. Because every time I look, I'm like, that's a pretty good roll. What's the masterwork? Reload speed, which I'm not entirely unhappy about, but I hear there are different ones that could do better things.
The one I have is a much better. Mine is Surrounded and Enlightened. It's not a bad roll. Surrounded obviously is going to give me that extra damage. I did get a blast radius masterwork, so my blast radius is 60. Yeah, and Enlightened Action says dealing damage improves reload speed and handling. So I have extra blast radius, and as I hit things, I reload faster. It's not a bad roll. It's not the roll I wanted, and I need to go back and farm that some more. But it's not a terrible roll.
Yeah. The aim assist on mine's 85, so apparently I can just sort of point it toward the thing I want to die, and it will just handle the rest of it for me.
Well, there's also another perk. We'll do tracking for you. There's a tracking perk on that thing too.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun watching the large lad just take that damage and go, no, you're dead now. I wish everything this season wasn't Arc, because I'm not running Arc things, because we're all about Solar and Strand, but Arc's fun too. I did, speaking of Iron Banner again, because it all loops back to Iron Banner, I did start with Strand and then said, let me look and see what classes you actually want me to play. The S classes. All of the S classes are what you want me to play. So running the Void build would not have worked for me to finish these games. So I'm glad that I checked because I almost didn't and was like, no, I'm sure it's fine. I'll just run this in.
Hold on. You said the S classes, so that's Solar, Strand, Sark, Soid, and Strand, right?
And Stasis.
And Stasis, yeah. So I mean, what could you could use Soid, couldn't you? And Sark.
I could have, but it wouldn't have worked nearly as well.
It
wouldn't have counted.
What was it, PvP you were talking about? Yeah, PvP. Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, Sark is not the greatest for PvP.
No. So yeah, so why are we not playing the dungeon right now? We
totally could.
Through the dungeon.
Because we're talking about the game.
But we could be doing a dungeon.
We could be. But I offered to take you through Iron Banner. You said no. You said let's not stop the podcast. That was like half an hour ago. You went.
I didn't
no.
say stop the podcast to do the dungeon.
No, I did.
It says we have to stop the podcast.
Well, I've got to go and move to the Xbox. I'm nowhere near an Xbox.
Yeah, because some of us don't have podcasty rooms and Xbox rooms that are in the same room.
If I was organised, then yes, I could probably set up a TV and Xbox here. But
even then, we can still continue the podcast without you being at your computer because I can still record you, and the Bears are still running.
So
yeah, I mean, I
could sound terrible.
Yeah, no, but it takes my. I've told you this before. It takes my focus away from actually looking at the computer screen.
I'm hearing a whole lot of wah, and a lot of excuses, and not a whole lot of action being made there, bud.
Anyway, Gambit's fun.
It's the horde mode. Everyone loves the horde mode. The end.
No, but I found where the population has dwindled, and you either get put in with the teams that really just want to play the game, or really want to play the game. Mm-hmm. So you either get mercied very quickly because they just like boom, 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 that's it, over and done with, or you actually get teams that it's a nice backward and forth, and it's a good game to play. And I can now invade and kill about 2 or 3 people, even 4 people sometimes. And I'm like, I'm a god at this. Knowing full well that I'm not actually
for one match. For one match, you might be a god.
Yeah. Knowing full well that I'm not. Or I've gone in and it's like kicking a hornet's nest. You know you've upset that one god PvP player because he was actually wanting to play Gambit. You've shot him in the back of the head. He then comes back over and he's like, I'm going to torment you and you alone for the rest of the game.
Very specifically,
yeah, until we win. So, yeah, I've done that a couple of times. But again, I found that fun because it was like I came in, I tormented you, and now you've come back over here. And so, sometimes I get them, sometimes I don't. Most of the time I don't, but,
sometimes you feel like that.
Sometimes
you don't.
But it's just been fun to play Gambit without being forced to do X, Y, and Z in the challenges. And I'm like, they need to do something with Gambit to reinvent it. And I know we keep saying this every couple of months, bring back the Reckoning, bring back Gambit Prime, bring back the armors. Just put it back and see how it goes, maybe.
If you're not going to make any changes to any of the seasonal events ever, just swap it out with like the Reckoning. Have the Reckoning be the seasonal event. Let it be broken. What's it going to matter? Your seasonal event is already broken. We've already played it 70 times. So if it's a different broken thing, who cares? Let it be broken and be done with it.
Speaking of that, Destiny 2 teams did tweet out, I think it was about 15 or 16 hours ago, that they've heard our concerns about the togetherness modifier in the coil. So in Tuesday's update, they will be removing togetherness from the modifier rotation for the activity. So players will no longer see it as an option going forward. That's the one where if you're close together, your health regen is increased. But if you're away from each other...
Yeah, that's so dumb.
It's It's still going to be in the Nightfalls, so we haven't got it taken out of the game yet.
It's still going to be done.
If you're going to have togetherness, bring back my Crimson Days and take advantage of it.
Yeah. Crimson Doubles. Yeah. Do you remember that though with the Nightfalls, where one of the ones was you had to jump through hoops? I was like,
literally hoops. Yeah, a literal hoop. Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
But the thing is, those silly mechanics that they had in Nightfalls, they could bring back for some kind of fun event.
So there still isn't silly mechanics in the Nightfall.
No, but you know what I mean. Like jumping through the hoops to increase your time. Mm-hmm. Maybe they could do that in like a horde mode thing,
or not. Don't even give them ideas. What are you saying? What is wrong with you?
I've played this game for too many hours.
Clearly.
That's what's wrong with me.
Accurate.
I see 3 people and nobody's making Nitedemon excuses. Well, I'm in orbit. Y'all can join on me.
Look, we've got to finish the
Okay.
podcast. We've got to give the people something to listen to this week.
First of all, who said I was even talking to you, Mr. Excuses?
What's fun now is I can now picture Nitedemon in my head as he does that, because I now have seen what this enigmatic British man looks like.
Speaking of which, I talked to Hawk yesterday, and he says he didn't see that special get uploaded yet, and I didn't either.
Someone doesn't get the notification. Someone did not like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell.
I
And
did.
It shows. Nope. Mm-mm.
I totally did.
Nope.
I even went back and looked at our channel, and I didn't see it. No, we're not doing that.
Channel.
We're not doing that.
You started it.
Our channel, me hearties.
No, I didn't start anything. We're not
I
doing that.
think you did.
I think I did not.
No, it's definitely there. It's definitely on the YouTubes. Definitely on the LooTubes.
So if you go to YouTube and you type in 2 Titans and a Hunter Taskmaster, you will see episode 257, 2 Titans and a Hunter, Taskmaster Edition, where you can see all of our lovely faces and try to figure out what's in the rooms behind us. And if you're really quick, you can also see Noble, the enigmatic, the man, the myth, the mystery. He is also a real-life human being.
You may or may not see his wife. Dun, dun.
That's my wife, yes.
You definitely won't see Noble's wife.
No.
Oh, when did you say Noble? I am really checked out today. Holy moly.
So yeah, and if you're watching that going, what is this thing they've done? Why? What even is this thing that they were attempting to do a version of? You can stay on YouTube and just type in Taskmaster itself and go to the Taskmaster channel, and you can watch the fantastic show of Taskmaster. Start with the British version. If you're feeling sassy, do the New Zealand version. And I think there's like a Norwegian or a Swedish version now too that I saw that I'm not sure it's in English.
I swear there was an American version with little Alex Horn.
No, we don't. See, we tried that with IT Crowd. We tried it with IT Crowd. It didn't work.
No.
We sent Richard Iowade back and we said, you know what, we're just going to not do this anymore.
No, you kept him for a film. That's not true. You did keep him for a film. He was contractually obligated to do something in America, so you kept him for a film and then you sent him back.
Well, I mean, he has a whole show called Travel Man. So, I mean, he does travel from place to place. So he does have some amount of free will. But we said, listen, we tried it. It didn't work. We didn't care for it. And now we sent it back.
Mm. So you sent me a copy of your build that you were running earlier, that you were talking about, for people to check out. And we've also included the True Vanguard video. Not you.
The other you. The Royal
Peroty. Peroty sent me over.
Just the one. Yeah, just the one. I'm not saying it's the best one. I'm not saying, oh, this is the one you should absolutely run. I'm just saying this is the one I found when I was looking for, builds to run with the Thorn. So I wanted all the threadling going. I'm not going to think and figure it out myself. That's not my job. My job is to find someone else to do the thinking for me.
He's not wrong.
So I did.
So also in the list of videos to watch this week is True Vanguard's How to Go Flawless Solo Queuing in Trials of Osiris. We have more Starcat locations. I panicked this week when I saw Abontis' video of week 6. I was thinking, I've missed like 3 weeks of cat videos to tell people about, because we've done like Christmas and New Year shows. I'm like, but no, it's just week 6. There's Starcat locations. I was like, thank God.
Oh, those cat videos. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about cat videos?
Respawn checked back in at the wrong spot there.
Just a cat video.
This week's episode will be called "I've missed 3 weeks of cat videos."
No, I mean honestly, and I'm just like, why? What relevance does that have? I mean, like, cat videos are funny. Don't get me wrong, and they're cute, but like, you really subscribe to watching cat videos every single
No, I don't.
Squirrel.
Respawn. I think in your new Twitch setup, there's this nice blank space. I think a cat video would go really well right there. I think it would help your engagement. Just have a little kitty cat in the nice blank space between you and chat.
That's for the rewards that Bungie has on the stream.
Which should be a cat video.
Which should be a cat video. I'm just gonna permanently put a cat video right there.
Yeah.
But what
yeah.
about the dog lovers? You know, I got to have a compilation of both.
You
know what I mean?
have actual dogs. You can bring them on. That can be a reward, is to go retrieve
I
your
have an
actual dogs.
cat too.
Well, we've never seen the cat. I've only seen the dogs. So how am I to know?
The cat was on last night. The wife physically brought her over and stuck her in my face on the stream.
So I think that should be one of the things people can redeem.
I hate that when my wife does that.
Yeah.
Well, Respawn, you should absolutely make a reward that uses all of the points to say, go retrieve a cat or dog and set it on your keyboard as you're trying to play whatever activity. I think it should be an instant renewal.
Oh, the cat will not stay. The cat, she won't. So my cat.
We're not saying the cat's going to stay. We're just, we have to try.
But here's the thing, right? So the cat, we saw the cat at the rescue shelter, right? And my wife said no more cats because we had a Russian blue, which if you don't know is those huge gray cats, right? The ones that are the size of a small dog, big cat, right? And he ended up, before we had our fence, he got in the backyard, never came home, right? And that broke her heart, so she said no more cats. And I saw this one, and it was a calico, and I've always wanted a calico. And I was like, well, how do I get the wife to want the calico? And I was like, hey, wife, can you go inside real quick and, look for the stuff that we need to get? I'll get the baby out the van. By the time I got back in the store, the cat was out of the cage and in her arms. And I'm like, yes, score, right? But when we brought the cat home, the cat was all about me. And again, like you sitting on my keyboard, sitting on my lap, would not leave me alone. I went to work for 1 week. 1 week. And that was over a year ago. And that cat has not liked me since.
Because that was a week of strategic planning by your wife.
Something. But what the cat will do is the cat will come in here, climb on me, meow at me to get a treat. And as soon as she gets her treat, she's gone.
So she's trained you.
What
Yeah, Pavlovian training.
Yeah.
Damn it.
If reading Starter Villain by John Scalzi has taught me anything, the cats are the ones running the world. They're just taking over us. So that cat has trained you and said, I can go get a treat from this big human being with thumbs to get my treats and then be done with him. I'm using him for my purposes, and then victory.
So somebody tried to put in the chat, coon, like a Maine coon, and apparently that's a racial slur.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Respawn just figured out he's a puppet. Yep. It's hard. It's hard learning you're a puppet to cats unintentionally.
There's a thing on Netflix called
We've really gone.
No, it's still cat related.
Yeah, exactly. I was telling people about the cat videos in the Dream City.
Cat related. We don't need to go into details. It's fine.
So this is all your fault, is what you're saying. You said the word cat, and then it devolved from there.
Yeah.
But seriously, there's something on Netflix called Love, Death, and Robots, and one of the episodes shows what happens when cats get opposable thumbs.
It's so
and
good.
You should watch it.
It's such a good series. They need to do more.
But yeah, cats with opposable thumbs is the worst thing for humanity. Convince me I'm wrong.
Can I tell you about some more videos now then?
Are they cat videos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yes.
Tell us about the cat videos.
Well, we have got Cat Girl by Steve. It says Steve and Cat Minecraft animation by Naughty Block. That's also on my feed. The children have been watching that. There's a Cat Girl, Afmail, I think that is. Oh no, wrong videos. Destiny videos we need to be talking about.
Are you talking about the hub? Hold on. Have we digressed in the rabbit hole?
No, these are videos that my kids have watched on YouTube on my profile. So I'm like, what is this? There are actual cat kind of videos in my feed. Yeah.
Lol.
In amongst my Destiny ones.
I mean, that's where they belong though, right?
Yeah. We've got Commendation Glitch from Cheese Forever. Go and check that out if you want to see how to do your commendation glitches.
Is that where you actually hand commendations out to people and not forget the commendations exist entirely?
Yes. And you know when it says that you can't give a commendation because somebody's left, there is a way of getting around that to give commendations.
Ooh, to force commendations on
Force commendations. I don't know if it actually kind of retroactively gives them to you when you load back in, but it may do.
Stop resisting. Take this commendation. It's yours.
You left, but you still get a commendation for leaving.
So no, okay, Destiny related, 100%.
Oh, God. Yeah.
No, it is. No, when I
We'll
went
get
to the
through these videos
Dragon,
at some point. Yes.
no, why? There's
Maybe.
no videos. There hasn't been any videos for weeks now. It's
There's
fine.
loads of videos.
No,
sir,
definitely
there's
not.
so many videos.
No, and unless we're going to talk about the build wars that Starcrossed is putting out, then is there really any point?
No, but we're going to talk about Will It Build that is it TDT is putting out?
Talk about what? Will it build?
Yeah, people giving him builds and basically being like, "Does this actually work? Is this?" It's either him or Mactix. I think that there's a number of people. Clearly, there's like team meetings they go to as streamers going, "What should we do?" And ridiculous build from the community, trying them out and seeing if they work is clearly a thing happening.
But yeah, we've had the exotic mission, and you can get the catalysts, can't you? The various different catalysts. Ibontis has got Catalyst 1 and Catalyst 2 guides out there, which I'll link in the show notes. Then I watched a very extraordinary video, Solo Nezarec with Peregrine Greaves, so also adding fuel to the fire that Titans can kill Nezarec solo. By Esoteric, so none other than Esoteric.
Yes.
Well,
so,
with the recent buff, because you just have to do damage to get it back, right?
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm saying go and watch it just purely to go and see the man do it. I initially clicked on it thinking, okay,
no,
I've got this, and then I saw him go around the map and do all these different things. I was thinking, I don't got this. This is not me. I'll just watch you do it. You do it for me, and I watch it, and I'll tell people that I've watched it, and if they want to see some fantastical kind of journey of a Titan going around and doing all these different things. I mean, there's so many different buttons to push and things to shoot, and yeah. So yeah, go watch Esoteric do that. We have Sneaky Beaver, fast power leveling guide for Season of the Wish. It's basically, I mean, it's simple little things like if you're being able to go to an activity and do like about 20,000 different bounties, like some of the Season of the Wish bounties that you can grab from Riven, you can just grab and you'll be able to do them in any activity. Like I was grabbing them and going into Iron Banner and they were completing. So it's like if you're going to the Cosmodrome, pick up Cosmodrome bounties, pick up Strike bounties, pick up the Gunsmith ones, pick up the Riven ones, etc., and it will kind of help fast level your character. But yeah, so Sneaky Beaver's got some tips out there if anybody wants to kind of really power level. The Strand Runner is the new SMG build.
What class is this for?
This is for the Titans.
Thank you.
With the Risk Runner. I was going to ask if you had seen this, and of course you saw it.
Yeah, Truds put this build out. It's with the let me find the exotic boots that the Titan has. The ones with the bubbles on the Abeyant Leap. So this is the one where if you put up your the bubbles on the knees. Yeah. Okay. This is the one where if you put up your barricade, it sends out the strand tangle things. The lashes. Yeah, that's the one.
Suspendy boots.
Yeah, suspendy boots. And using the Risk Runner to proc all the different strand stuff. And I didn't realise that kind of...
That's Risk Runner proc, isn't it arc?
Yeah. So you get the damage resistance from that. And if you put on your Banner of War, you get the damage resistance from that. So it's a very good PvE build.
No, you're glossing over how an arc weapon is proccing strand stuff.
Well, you shoot the people, It's
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to ask. How the hell is arc proccing strand?
Well, it's not specifically arc. It's the setup of the aspects and fragments that when you destroy a tangle or you kill somebody that's been strung up, basically, that it will proc X, Y, and Z. And because you're being shot with arc, and if you then chain reaction with people that are being strung up. And, the arc kind of goes across about 10 different people if they're all kind of close together. It's that kind of chain reaction of it all working in synergy. I didn't think it would work, but it does. So
sounds like a good build to run through the dungeon with.
It does.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, you need all kinds of resistances for the damn dungeon.
Yeah. So there you go. That's my videos. Now you can go off and talk about whatever you want to talk about.
I forgot what I was going to talk about.
I thought you might do.
I know what that's something to do with it. No. Damn it. No, it's a Bungie mechanic where because I was trying to get the bow and I couldn't get the bow because the dragon wanted me to get an engram, but my engrams were full. So I'm just like, the fact that you have to accept the engram before you can progress the side quest is stupid. You know?
Sir, you always turn in your bottom level of engrams before you start activities. You keep those slots free.
No.
The game is throwing exotic.
I had a slot free. This is the 99. This is the 99 thing at Riven, right? Because I have 99 engrams at her, and I couldn't accept it, even though I had space in my inventory and on my engram thing, because hers were full. It wouldn't let me accept it, so I could continue on with the mission. You know, and I know it's something as stupid as just focus one or whatever and get past it. Fine, yes, I did that. But the point is, you should have an option to I don't want to accept it right now, but I want to continue the mission, kind of thing. But if you don't accept it, you can't continue the mission, and that's dumb.
Sounds like someone should turn in some of those engrams to get some of those materials you never have now, and see it's becoming clearer and clearer to me why you never have materials.
I have materials now. I have a surplus of materials now. Well, I'm out of golf balls now. But
potato. We're getting closer every day. But by the final shape Nitedemon, he'll have this all figured out. He'll have this sorted.
At the beginning of the season, I had 28 or 29 golf balls. I now have 0.
Or just about the time Respawn will figure out how to obtain and keep golf balls, they will absolutely deprecate golf balls.
Oh, 100%. No, and it's just
I think they're just waiting at this point. I think they're actually watching your golf ball numbers just to see when they should do it. It'll be like week 5 of the next season, and they'll be like, we're just gonna turn off the golf balls. We're just gonna deprecate them just for fun.
Honestly, if they were paying that much attention to me, I would be incredibly happy about that. I'm not even gonna lie. It's like, I mean so much to you that you're gonna make a mechanic based on me?
Well, we're gonna mess with you specifically.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh god. You should totally watch Epic Rap Battles, Adam and Eve, or Adam versus Eve. It's hilarious.
No.
She talks about how she's got a map deliberately to F with you, and when you said that, it reminded me exactly of that. They have a map and they know how to mess with me specifically. Anyway.
So I guess that's all the Destiny stuff this week, unless you guys have got anything else.
Well, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, Starcrossed has. It looks like it's going to be a series, but it's
Have you watched the video?
Wars.
Have you watched the video?
I may have glanced over it.
You have to watch the video and tell the people about the video, or have a good recommend. It could be the most worst video that he's ever done.
Okay, and
we don't want to promote that. We don't want to promote rubbish on here.
We like Starcrossed.
We like
Starcrossed. We like him despite the fact that he's not a hunter main.
Yeah, but we like him, but he could still pump out some trash.
Yeah, well, if it was trash.
Case in point, that silly twab thing that he did before Christmas.
That was funny. People. The fact that it messes with you makes it even funnier. Like, he did that last year, and the fact that I don't even have a good memory, and I remember that he did that last year, and you fell for it 100%.
No, I didn't fall for it.
You lied.
I went, no, I looked at it and I went, I'm going to go to Bungie.net. No, there's nothing. What are you talking about? This is a load of rubbish.
Okay, what are you talking about? It's a load of rubbish, which means you watched it.
No, I didn't.
Which means you fell for it.
I watched it for research purposes after the fact that I've double-checked to make sure there was no 12.
Well, hold on. Didn't he just say he didn't watch it? Now he's saying he watched it for research purposes?
I watched a bit of it for research purposes. Tell people, because there was Destiny drama on it.
There's always Destiny drama with Starcrossed because he's amazing. And the man's trying to put him down.
But we do have a list of questions.
We do like Blender. Yes, we do. We like Blender very much.
I do have one more video that I've just watched in the time you were talking that I've put in the chat there for the list.
Okay.
Winning a Gambit game before Rick Kakis finishes his intro.
Yo, for real.
I think he made a video reacting to that, didn't he? Getting very upset to the fact that, hey, I don't make really long intros. I was like,
you do,
sir. Your video, Mr. Kakis, is inset in the corner And this Gambit match lasts about 2.5 minutes, and you're still getting into it by the time this man has won his Gambit match. So, yeah, maybe you do. Just
tells you
a
right
little
there.
bit.
Yeah. You're done.
Which is beautiful. The primeval is dead before Mr. Cactus jumps through the portal on whatever thing he's going to tell us about.
Mm-hmm.
Which I just came up and I just watched, and is chef's kiss, just perfection.
Yeah, but we all knew this. He's been doing that for years, man.
Yeah, but it's funny to have it set up against something. I'm going to make an entire video of winning a Gambit match in the time that you're telling me what you're going to do. Just do it, cheese style. Just tell me. Just do it. I don't need an intro. I know who you are. And even better, I don't care who you are. Just tell me the thing.
I don't care who you are. Yeah, no, it's better we don't know his name.
No one's interested in who you are and what you do. Just tell me the thing I want to know, because I'm either going to care or not care. And you talking to me for 2 minutes isn't going to help one way or the other.
Yeah, and then half that intro is just his damn nickname of the day. Hi, this is Rick. I can't make shorter videos if my life depended on it. Cactus here. Like, what?
Oh, turn on people, eh?
Ooh, yeah, drama.
What?
This is your weekly rundown of Season 23, Week 7, Season of the Wish. The Dreamy City this week is at a strong curse level, which means Petrovenge can be found in Ria Silvia, and has the Dark Monastery mission for the next week. The Blind World features Taken Enemies and the Plague Inamina. The Ascendant challenge this week will be the Keep of Owned Edges, which can be located over in the Harbinger's Seclude. On the Moon, the weekly story mission is in the Deep. The Trove Guardian is located in the Hellmouth, while the Wandering Nightmare is the Fallen Council in Archer's Line. Nightmare hunts Sidron, Servitude, Tanix, Isolation, and Skolas, Pride. On Europa this week, Praxis the Technocrat will be the Empire Hunt, Cadmus Ridge will be the Eclipse Zone, and the Exo Challenge will be Safeguard. Dares of Eternity legendary rounds are Cabal, Taken, and Crota. The Scatterhorn armor set and the Perfectus armor set will be available in Dares of Eternity with Weapon Set 2. Scathelock, Extraordinary Rendition, Blast Attacks, Threaded Needle, Code Duello, Imperial Needle, Far Future, Honor's Edge, Distant Tumulus, Interference 6, Shepherd's Watch, and Annual Skate. The Witch Queen Weekly Story Mission is the Communion, Altar of Reflection's Choice, and Altar of Reflection's Pact. The Lightfall Weekly Mission is First Contact, the Partition Mission will be Hard Reset, and the Vex Incursion this week will be Liming Harbour. The Crota's End Raid Challenge this week is the first encounter, Enter the Abyss, called Conservation of Energy. The Kingsfall Raid Challenge this week is the fourth encounter, Daughters of Oryx, called Under Construction. The Vow the Disciple Challenge this week is the third encounter, The Upender, called Defenses Down. The Vault of Glass Challenge this week is the fifth encounter, Atheon, called Ensembler's Refrain. The Deep Zone Crypt Challenge this week is the first encounter, Crypt Security, called Red Rover. The Garden of Salvation Challenge this week is the first encounter, Embrace, called To the Top. And the Last Wish Challenge this week is the fourth encounter, Vault, called Keep Out. Your pinnacle raid will be the Root of Nightmares over on Neptune, which means all challenges will be available for each encounter, with the Exotic Shotgun conditional finality being farmable from the final boss. And for the first time, the pinnacle dungeon will be the Ghost of the Deep over in the Helm. And our exotic mission rotator will be Operation Ceres Shield, with the Revision 0 exotic pulse rifle being the main reward. The Season of the Ceres weapon set, and Ikelos weapon set, with the Warman's Avatar armor set. This week's challenges are Wish Seeker 7, Swift Dispersal, Dragon's Defender 5, On a Whim, Expedited Violence, Weight of Dreams, Flourish of Power, Darkest Nightfall, and Mid-Range Calibration. Lost Sectors, Tuesday Skydot 4 on the EDZ for exotic boots, Wednesday the Quarry on the EDZ for exotic gauntlets, Thursday Fillion's Rest on the Dreaming City for exotic chests, Friday Bay of Drowned Wishes on the Dreaming City for exotic helmets, Saturday Chamber of Starlight on the Dreaming City for exotic boots, Sunday Perdition on Europa for exotic gauntlets, and Monday Bunker E15 on Europa for exotic chests. Also, this week's weapon rotation will start on set 3 on Tuesday's reset. Our 7th featured Nightfall of the season will see us face off against Ulnath Light Cleanser in the Psyops Battlegrounds Cosmodrome, with the Warden's Law hand cannon being the featured weapon. The 66 control node will feature Control, Mayhem in the Party Relentless playlist, Elimination in the 3v3 playlist, and a version of Checkmate in Crucible Labs, with Trials of Osiris at the weekend. Plus, bonus Trials ranks all weekend long. And that's it for the 7th week of Season of the Wish.
So you said something about questions, though. There's some questions people have.
Well,
like why, who, what, where, when, how.
as far as I'm aware, we didn't get any questions on the email. I'm just going to double check while I'm here talking to you guys. So live reaction to, did we get an email from anybody asking us any questions that we asked for last week?
Nope.
Calvin would like to know, if you were to
Yes.
switch to PC, would you recommend Epic or Steam? So I'm going to guess Respawn. This one's for you because I have no dog in this fight.
Steam is more compatible with more types of games on more platforms. Epic is just Epic. So, but
if you click the button to get the free Epic stuff, you might as well stay there and do that.
I was going to say Epic
You was
is
gonna.
kind of giving away Destiny. So, well,
it gave it away. It's not giving now.
It's over now.
It took it away.
Oh, within Steam, because you already missed it. So there you go.
But I think it's still on. Is it still discounted at the moment on Steam?
No idea.
Hmm.
There's almost always some kind of
check.
Destiny discount on
You could
Steam.
check live for us.
I'm also in the middle of a Gambit match, and I'm not going to do that with an Invader present, so you can kiss my... Never mind. Invaders kill me. So...
Problem solved.
So as we didn't get any other questions apart from that one, I'm going to continue with my list of questions that I got last week, which was the 55 questions to get to know people at work.
Oh, I can't tell you the price because it shows that it's in my collection. It won't show me the price.
Oh, okay. So where did we get to?
It does not appear to be on sale any longer
at
first glance. So, which I think it was like till the end of the year or something. So if you miss any misses, or just wait till it goes on sale again, or
it's bound to be a sale. So, Respawn.
Yes.
Not a long list of things. What is your favorite food? Just pick one.
One plate, or we're talking about like a genre?
Grits, obviously.
What's your favorite food?
Oh man, I think Peroty's right. It's got to be the grits and the eggs. It's got to be
grits. 100%.
No. Hold on. No. I will backtrack.
No, it's grits.
I will backtrack. A really, really good roast beef po' boy is heavenly.
Is that only because you had it last week? And if you hadn't had it last week, it wouldn't have still been in your mind?
Probably.
Okay. Peroty?
Present.
What's your favorite food?
Fried chicken from a place that is staffed by a large man with a grease-covered apron. Because you know it's going to be good.
You like a food truck kind of don't go into work the next day because you're not going to make it kind of meal?
Food truck, driving through down a rural road and you smell from afar before you even see or know where it is, and just know someone's doing something amazing with some chicken and some spices, and I need to go investigate more. So there have been a couple that are unfortunately no longer in existence, but basically that genre of you smell it before you see it because you know it's going to be delicious. And again, if there's not a large fat man behind the grill, I don't know, because I'm sorry, skinny people, I can't trust you. I can't trust you to make delicious things. If you're skinny, then that means you're clearly not enjoying your food enough. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. I know what you mean. Every time I kind of pass one of those food truck things, because my wife's a vegetarian, she won't touch them. But I love a kind of greasy burger that's cooked on one of them things. And I always say, like from Demolition Man, oh, it's a rat burger. And she's like, please don't go and get one of them. Please don't go and get one of them. You're going to be ill. Like, look, they don't automatically mean that you're going to be ill. It's just, yeah.
That is kind of the fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know while you're eating it, this is a poor life choice, but it's going to be worth it.
Oh, it's always worth it.
Now, I can't answer the next one because I just can't choose, but I don't know if you guys can. What is your favorite movie, Respawn?
I don't have a favorite movie. I have a favorite trilogy. And it should be pretty obvious by now, but it's got to be Back to the Future.
I'm going to say Monty Python Quest for the Holy Grail. It's the movie I've seen most often and absolutely lived and breathed and may have forced upon anybody who came to our apartment in college. Well, actually, no. Boondock Saints is also up there. Some combination between Boondock Saints and Monty Python Quest for the Holy Grail. Those are the two that I've absolutely seen the most. And yeah. So, silly fantasy with coconuts or ultraviolence. One or the other.
See, I can't wait till my kids are old enough to actually understand movies like that. So I'm holding off on showing them things like that.
At least one of them is. What are you talking about?
It's the 48 and a half year anniversary of Holy Grail, and it's coming back to theaters for that anniversary.
No,
Mm-hmm.
is it really?
Yeah,
I might take one of the children.
It may have already come and gone. I don't remember if it was like a 1 day, Fathom events thing, or if it was coming back for like a limited run. But yeah, they were like for the 48 and a half year anniversary, we're bringing it back in theaters, which would have been fun.
Now, Respawn has already answered this, like serendipitously in the actual podcast. But Peroty, do you have any pets?
Not currently, no.
Oh.
I've had pets, do not have any right now.
Do you like cats or dogs?
Cats.
Or both? We can't be friends.
Dogs are fine, but they're just
dogs.
dogs.
First of all, we're ignoring a huge class of pets that nobody ever gives credit to.
No, we're not. It's cats or dogs.
No, it's not. No. Sugar gliders are the best pets I have ever had.
What the hell? Sugar gliders? What are you talking about?
Okay, imagine a flying squirrel, but smaller, and it's a marsupial like a kangaroo.
Right.
Yeah. No, look it up. They're the cutest things ever. They bond with you. They fly to you. Glide to you. They're so smart. They got 4 little hands like a monkey. They're the cutest things, and they are highly, highly trainable, and they're amazing.
Have you had, or do you currently have a sugar glider?
No. My mom's pet ate the one that I had for years, and I'm very upsetty spaghetti about it to this day.
And what kind of pet ate the sugar glider?
A rat dog.
So dogs. See, a cat would never eat a sugar glider. A cat would kill the sugar glider and leave it at your doorstep for you, but would never eat.
Dogs don't normally eat them. My sugar gliders interacted with all kinds of dogs, and the thing about them is they don't smell like food. The animal's more curious about it than wanting to eat it. But unfortunately, my mom had a dog that she raised on a freaking farm that was used to chasing rats.
Oh, a rat dog. Okay.
Yeah,
see, when you said that,
okay, that makes more sense now. Yes.
What came to mind is the film Brain Dead with that rat monkey, and I was like, rat dog.
Yeah.
What? Where are we going with this? Okay, rat. Yeah, I get it now.
No, it was a rat dog, and it was a little terrier too. So it was a rat dog in both name and size. So
Noble says he remembers the story, and he used to go to school with you.
Yes, I did take it for my entire collegiate career. That thing was in my pocket.
Is that a sugar glider in your pocket?
Yeah. No, dude, they love it because I told you they're marsupials, so they love being in little pouches. So it will live in your pocket, or if it's not in my pocket, it's either on my shoulder under my shirt or at my neck under my shirt. And the best moments are when I'm talking to somebody and he peeks his head out of my collar and freaks them the hell out. That is the best reaction you'll ever get from another human being.
I had that as well, not with a sugar glider, but with a rat. We had pet rats.
Well, no, a rat is definitely going to freeze. Yeah.
But yeah, literally, this rat that we had, because we used to run a rescue a very long time ago. So we ended up rescuing all these different kind of weird and wonderful pets. And ended up with quite a lot of rats, and we used to rehome the rats. But this rat that we had was I think it was a Rex. So it had short curly hair. It was absolutely huge. But it absolutely loved me and would sit on my shoulder, go in my hoodie, down up my sleeve and sleep. And I used to take it to work with me. And I'd work in this like small gift shop on like a Sunday, and it would come to work with me and sit under the counter and things. And this one time it managed to get up inside my hoodie, and I could feel it kind of looking for my arm. And I thought, oh, he's going to go to sleep down in my arm. And this little head poked out as I'm kind of serving this person. This person jumped an absolute mile that this rat has suddenly kind of come out of my sleeve. Yeah. I was in hysterics, but I mean, they luckily they weren't terrified of rats, and they stroked it and said hello. But I kind of made sure he went back underneath the desk. It was quite funny. But we ended up with some really weird, and we ended up with a pair of chipmunks at one point. Like, they are skitty as hell. They were just about. Oh my God! I don't know why my wife insisted on keeping them.
They're really destructive too, man.
We had this
huge into furniture, into wood, into all kinds of stuff.
We had our spare room before we had kids was literally just wall to wall kind of chipmunk running round like area. They had so much room you'd have to walk into this thing. But yeah, God, they were so fast. Just to try and catch them to take them to the vets to make sure that we're all kind of up to date with their injections and making sure that they all kind of. Oh my god, that was a good like half a day to try and catch one, and then the other half of the day to catch the other one, and then and then the vet would have to take them into a separate room to make sure that they didn't kind of escape. So yeah, we've had lovely pets. I don't like my cats. We have 3.
You don't like my cats?
I wouldn't have minded cats to start off with, but we've got 3 deaf cats, and
Didn't
again,
you just yell at Peroty for not liking cats? And you just said you don't like your own cats?
I said we can't be friends because he said he likes cats.
Oh, that's okay.
Anyway. The 3 cats that we've got, I could just strangle. They're vindictive, and they're vindictive to me. Nobody
That's
else.
kind of all cats, though.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
because they know your weakness.
Yeah, they know my weakness.
Yeah.
Apparently, they've trained you too.
Yeah.
No, I won't feed them. My wife goes in the morning. She goes, "Can you
they've
feed the
trained
cats?"
you to fear them. Is what they've done to you.
I don't fear them. They fear me.
But it kind of sounds like you fear them.
They get revenge on me quite a lot. But my wife will leave in the morning and go, "Can you feed the cats?" I go, "No, I will not feed the cats. You will have to ask a small child to feed the cats." And every day I get told, "Don't be silly." I'm like, "I'm not being silly. I don't like the cats. I can't wait for them to go." And she's like, "Don't say that." I'm like, "Well, I just did. It's out there."
Open your back door. They'll go.
Sometimes if I'm putting the bin out the front, I leave the door open. She goes, "Don't do that. They'll run out." I'm like, they've never run out. I've left the door open many a time.
They might run out. That's the goal. Leave.
That's my goal. I've left the door open. They just won't leave. They know that that's what I want them to do.
My cat does the same thing. She'll sit by the door where the dogs go out to use the bathroom, and we're like, "You want to go outside?" She goes outside. She feels the Florida heat. Immediately turns around and comes in. She goes, "No, I'm good."
Oh no, the cats have gone. Whatever will we do?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I would get the blame immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So well, I mean, you did leave the door open. So.
Well,
I'm not blaming you. I'm merely pointing it out.
See, cats know who is most apathetic towards them, and thus will become absolute lifelong friends with that person.
No, that is false. Because my cat,
it's
I have never disciplined my cat, and my cat hates me.
Yes, but are you apathetic toward the cat? Because my wife could not care less about animals. Just doesn't, it's fine. Like it's fine with them, but just doesn't care. Just couldn't care less. Just like whatever. Be a cat. Don't be a cat. Sit on my lap. Don't sit on my lap. I don't care.
So cats you don't care about it.
Yeah. The less like no interest at all. Like not positive, negative. Just zero interest. Just yep. You are a cat. You are here. You exist. Cats absolutely will like find their way to her lap and say, "I'm going to sit right here. I know you're not going to pet me, but I'm going to absolutely sit right here in your lap, and I'm just going to sit here." We were over at a friend's house. And she had either 2 or 3 cats. They were just like slowly migrate their way closer and closer to her until she was just covered in cats. They're like, "We're just going to sit here. You don't have to pet us. We're not interested. We're just going to sit here on your lap because we know you don't care. And now we're just going to taunt you and just sit here and be cats."
We have one cat that's like that will just, I'll be laying in bed and it will come and sit right on my chest. And my wife goes, "Oh, don't push him off." I'm like, "I don't want him here. I want to go to sleep. I want to roll over. I want to go on my side." No, don't do that. Don't push him out.
That was my cat growing up going, "I'm going to sit right on your neck. So in the morning, you're going to wake up to a ball of fluff that you're trying to breathe through." Because I'm like, your neck seems like a great place to sleep.
Well, it's warm. You're exhaling warm air, and they like warm things. That's your fault.
Well, I'm also a furnace. Yeah, I'm also a furnace. They're like, "You're very warm." My sister-in-law has a dog that's like like a lab mix. So a fairly large dog. This dog, I don't know what I've done to earn this dog's lifelong love and affection. But every time she sees me, loses her mind.
Like in a good way or a bad way?
Oh, in a good way. Like, "I never thought I'd see you again. Oh, you've come back." Like, I see this dog probably like every week or so. Like it's not like I haven't seen this dog in a year or 6 months. This dog is like, "You came back to me. You came back." I will sit down. This dog is like, "I'm in your lap now. I'm a lap dog. I'm going to sit right here. I think I'm a cat, but I'm a lab mix lap dog."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Okay, I live here now. I'm now trapped under this big dog."
My Labrador is exactly the same. It thinks it's a cat. It will just, wherever you are, it will be jumping and trying to get on your lap. And you're like, you're not a puppy anymore. You're not small.
That's got to be a lab trait, because my lab pit mix used to do the same thing, and the only reason he doesn't now is he's old enough to where he can't jump up on the sofa and or bed. But if he could, he would.
Yeah.
You know. But to take his place, our new puppy, the shepherd that we have, the shepherd husky mix, he is absolutely a cat dog. Meaning he's on shelves, he's on sofas, he's on beds, he's on chairs, he's on anything that's not the ground.
My word, that one question, and we spent like about 15 minutes.
Hey, dogs and cats are an important way of life, okay?
You wanted content, there's your content, sir.
Yep,
yes.
there it is.
So,
and we've got a lot of feedback in the chat. I mean, people are interested in this topic, bro. Good. We should just do a cat dog channel and just, talk about something Destiny related in the beginning.
I told you, Respawn, you've got the nice hole in your stream where a good cat video could go. Cats and dogs.
Next week I'm gonna put one there. Just for you.
Redeem your channel points. Cats or dogs. Yeah. I don't know if you can do a poll on Twitch. I think you should do a poll, cats or dogs, and then you should have a cat or dog video when you stream. That's what the people demand.
So, are you a sports fan, and who are your favorite teams, Respawn?
I'm not a sports fan, but when I watch football, I do enjoy watching Spain. And my wife watches Brazil, so I guess I'm kind of sucked into that now.
Okay. Like soccer?
Football. Yeah, soccer in American, I guess.
Yeah. Don't go all European on me now.
Well, I mean, my family calls it football. So what do you want?
He was going more Brazilian, I think, than European.
Yeah.
No. My family comes from Spain, dude. It's not nothing to do with my wife.
No, it has everything to do with your wife.
Peroty?
Watch a little hockey. Watching the Capitals just because they're local and that's what you do.
Yes, an Englishman just called football soccer. That is the thing.
I used to watch a lot more sports when I was younger, but then computers became a thing, so that interest shifted quickly from outdoor to indoor activities.
Did you always find that when you're at school, it was always quite a big thing of supporting a team? And I mean, the big thing over here is Manchester United, Liverpool, and I think then Chelsea.
In England, you don't say.
No, but like the football teams, and it would always be a kind of competition in the playground with like a lot of young kids, who do you support? And if you said like the local team, which were really bad right back then, you kind of got laughed at and things like that. So I learned very quickly to not actually support a team apart from the country. I always just went England, and I've always kind of just supported England, and so yeah, England men and women team for football, soccer, whatever it is.
Some of this whole being made fun of thing, I don't have any experience with myself, but I've heard that's a thing that can happen to people of a normal size.
Okay.
So but no, I mean.
Back up. Of a normal size? What the hell?
Local.
What are you, giant?
He was saying he's 6 foot when he was 5. Basically,
I was the largest person in my. Now, granted, my school was my high school was 500 people, 500 people.
You're still the largest person in your high school. What are you talking?
I was the tallest person in my school for most of my life growing up until we had a math teacher who was 6'8". He was the only person taller than me in the school when I was in 6th, 7th, 8th grade.
Look, when he walked into the school the first day, they had him a badge and said, "Your class is over there, sir."
Yeah, for real.
But yeah,
there is a picture of me from 5th grade where I am a full head and shoulders taller than every other student because we're all lined up along the wall, to go to lunch or to go, they line up the children to go somewhere. We are all lined up, and it's like. Person, giant, person. And you're going, who is this large man who has wandered into the school?
Jim, yes. Amy, here. Alan, here. Goliath, Peroty raises his hand. Present.
Yeah, all of our local sports teams are and have always been bad. So it was always, it was mostly Washington Redskins, Dallas Cowboys, there's a rivalry in American football there.
Yeah.
So there was always that rivalry, or the last time anyone local won anything was a while ago. Our baseball team has won a title, hockey in 2018, football back in the 1990s. It's been a minute since any team was good in this area.
Virginia? Why are you talking about Washington as a local team?
The DMV, sir. It's all one.
Is that what?
DC, Maryland, Virginia, DMV. Don't ask me why it's also the Department of Motor Vehicles. I don't make these things up. It's just how things
threw
go.
me off so bad.
No, I had no idea what you were talking about, so I just was going along with it.
DC, Maryland, Virginia, it's all sort of one big area, especially in like the DC part of it. So Baltimore, local team. Washington, local team. Virginia actually has no real teams. They're all in DC, basically. Or Maryland. Yeah, it's all one big conglomeration of land.
Yeah.
And yeah, DMV. DC, Maryland, Virginia. I don't make up the rules. That's just how it is. So what about you, Respawn? Any teams that were good or they were playground fodder?
Well, I grew up in New Orleans, so everybody was all about the Saints and LSU. So, which concurrently, my wife is a huge LSU Saints fan. I'm like, you're not even from America, much less Louisiana. What the hell? And she goes, you don't have to be a fan. I'm like, you don't watch the games.
She's been watching you for a long time. That's all. She's just been studying you. She's playing the long game.
I don't watch the games. You know, the only reason I even know what's going on with the Saints is because my mom loves the Saints, and I only keep track of them specifically to screw with my mom whenever they lose. That is the only reason I even know their record.
So do you just walk up and say, did you see that ludicrous display last night?
Normally I don't even say that. I'm like, yo, Ma, how them Saints do? And she's like, shut up. And that's about the extent of the conversation. But yeah, no, I was during the holidays, we were there watching the Saints, and my mom's like, you don't even watch football. How do you know the rules? I'm like, I know the rules because you watch football, and I was subjected to this for the first 16 years of my life. This is not a voluntary thing. This is not voluntary knowledge, okay? You force this upon your son. How dare you, right? So, yeah, so she was like, you actually do know the rules. I'm like, I told you I do. I just don't want to know them, you know? But anyway, yeah, so the wife doesn't even watch it. What she'll do is she'll go online and she'll like take a screenshot and then post, yeah. So I'm like, you didn't watch the game, you know? And all of her Christmas gifts, all of them were LSU related. LSU with the Saints, because that's what she really wanted. I'm like, Luna, you're I don't know if this is even an obsession, because normally to be obsessed with something, you have to know something about it. You know nothing.
No. That doesn't mean anything. You can absolutely be a fan and know nothing.
I mean, I guess she's kind of proven that point to me now, but I didn't think it was a thing before. Oh, wow, I just got a really good roll for a Blight Ranger, which I'll never use.
Isn't that fun when the game's like, here's a really good roll, and it's all mobility and intellect? You're like, come on now.
No. It's resilience and strength, which are two things I could totally use. I wish it would be discipline, but, you know, it's the Blight Ranger. So when you reflect things with your arc staff, they do more damage. Yeah, that's something I'm going to do very often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, always.
I think we'll just do a couple more questions before we disappear, but I think I know the answer to this one.
Chad has a question real quick before you jump into that. They've had this for a while, right?
And you've ignored them all this time.
Well, I didn't really have a chance to ask the question.
That's no way
because I was ranting about other things. Duh.
You shouldn't treat Chat like that. Chat's a nice guy.
Nice guy, singular. They said, for your class, who would you want the Vanguard to be and why?
Well, as I'm a hunter at the moment, I'd like Crow.
That is not your class, so don't even try that shit.
No, I'm a hunter.
Because
it's two hunters and a Titan now.
You're playing at Hunter.
Rebranded.
Yeah, no. I mean, I would love that rebranding, and I would love to call Nitedemon a Hunter unironically, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
You'd shun me. You would shun me. If I said I was going to become a hunter, you'd shun me.
I welcome people that come to the hunter side. I shun people that leave it, like Ace who plays, for example.
I'm pretty sure Donnie's about ready to throw down with you, Nitedemon. Did he just say Crow? Crow, the disposable man who we have two of, so if you lose one, it's no big deal?
Yes, indeed.
That's why we're sending him through the portal first.
Yeah, no, Crow is still way too whiny to be a Vanguard. Like, I mean, he is slowly redeeming what he did over time. I'll give him the credit for that. But he's still too whiny and too, oh, woe is me, to be any kind of a Hunter Vanguard. So, no.
On a
Absolutely
serious
not.
note, as a Titan, I would want Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool.
Oh, you went, oh my God. That is a great answer. I was going to stick to the game. But
you didn't
just
tell me
went
I
out
had
of
to
left.
stick to the game. I
He
thought we
didn't
would
say it. He didn't say it. I just
well done,
assumed.
sir. Well done. Well done.
He would be the greatest motivator and the best person to kind of go to after you kind of messed everything up. He'd just go, he'd pat you on the back and go, never mind. You know, you just yeah.
With that condescending disappointment.
Yes.
And he'd
That
make a
you'd
joke
still
out of
feel great
everything.
about yourself that you'd done terrible, but you know, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, he's there.
Personality-wise, he would make
Okay.
a phenomenal Hunter. Now, we all know he's going to be the best Titan because you can't kill him. But personality, yeah, no, he'd make a great Hunter Vanguard.
Would that make Rob McElhenney the Hunter to his Titan?
I don't know who Rob McElhenney is.
No, he'd have to be his Ikora.
Now I need to find out who Rob
Oh my
McElhenney?
God. Wrexham.
It's always,
FC.
welcome to Wrexham. It's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Rob Hackelman.
No, that's not what he said.
No,
No.
what did he say?
Look up Welcome to Wrexham.
Welcome to Lex.
It's the guy who's not Ryan Reynolds.
Welcome to Wrexham. Okay, goodness. That is not spelled the way I thought it would have been spelled.
WR.
Yeah, no, I see it now. Oh,
Okay, sorry.
oh, that guy. Oh my God, that's his name.
Yep.
I totally know his face. I did not know that was his name.
Yep, 100%. Which is why I wanted to have this experience through you going, just look him up and you'll know him the moment you see him.
Yeah.
I was
Oh
also
my God.
not confident I could have told you McElhenney with any confidence.
Right.
But here we are.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'd like him as an actor in general. Yes, 100%. Your turn, Peroty, because that Deadpool threw me off. I don't have an answer yet.
I mean, I said Saint 14, but I think I have to go with Ryan Reynolds because there simply is no better answer. I think he has gotten he has won this edition of I would say Family Double Dare, but that's not it at all. No.
Yeah.
He has won. There is no better answer. The end.
No, you're right. There's no better answer, but I can't make it a 3-fer. I want to. Like that's totally my answer, but specifically to not make that my answer, I think I'm going to have to go with Hunter Vanguard as Robin Williams. Yeah. His characterisms, his mannerisms, his different voices, just him as a general person. Yeah, I think he'd be a very fun Hunter Vanguard. Yeah.
So who do the Warlocks get?
Or he could be like 1 minute photo Robin Williams and be very serious serial killer.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a great movie too, man. But I'm just talking about like him as a person, not his roles in movies. Because you can also go Bicentennial Man, which was you can go, if you want to get serious, What Dreams May Come was a super dark movie, So, I mean, he can do all kinds of roles, but I'm sticking to Funny Man Robin Williams. That's what I have in my brain.
So we're just turning Destiny into a comedy now.
Yes.
Well, for the Hunter Vanguard, it absolutely should be a comedy.
Well, Deadpool's comedic.
I agree. I agree that he should be.
Isn't Destiny a comedy? I mean, honestly.
Right about now, it kind of is.
A comic tragedy.
Well, I mean, comedy's still comedy, even if it's tragedy. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It should be Ryan Reynolds, but you both picked him, so I can't. Yeah. I had to find somebody else.
Donnie says, "Can you imagine Mark Hamill for the Warlocks?"
Sam Jackson as Saint 14. Yo, that's not bad.
No. See, Saint 14. The vibe isn't Sam Jackson.
And Mark Hamill is definitely not a Warlock. Mark Hamill he's really gone down in quality over the years. Old school Mark Hamill, maybe. New Mark Hamill, that's all whiny and political, not so much.
There's a part of me that wants to choose post Star Wars Harrison Ford for the Warlocks, who's just over it, who's just like, I'm here because I have to be, and I'm just kind of like
Indiana Jones.
Where's my paycheck?
I'm just kind of like, listen, these morons are going to screw it up. Basically, like shrinking Harrison Ford, going, these morons are going to do what they're going to do. Like they're going to do what they're going to do. We're going to try our best. They're going to screw it up. I'm going to have to take them and be like, listen, dum-dums, try it. Go talk to Ryan. He'll try it, tell you how to do it better next time. He just has absolutely had it with us and can't be bothered to get us in order at all.
I was going to build a Stargate, but I can't be bothered now. Go and speak to somebody else that cares.
Oh, Stargate.
through the chop eye we go, my friend.
That was another really good series too. I'm a big fan of Stargate too.
Well, I think we should end it there. And we still have more. I still have more questions that I could ask you next week. So if we don't get any more questions from the community, in the meantime,
one more question. One easy one. One easy one.
I don't believe you.
What from me? You want?
That's good instincts.
You want one question from me?
No, just in general, just one question.
Oh, I thought you had one in the chat. Okay, but I think I know the answer to this one for you anyway. Are you a tea or coffee man?
I like them both, but I don't really have access to tea as much as I do coffee. So I guess by default, it'll have to be coffee.
Black Rifle?
But I quite enjoy tea. I really like Black Rifle, but I'm actually drinking Rise.
We've now lost the sponsorship.
Rise.
We've lost the sponsorship.
There it goes.
We never had the sponsorship. That's one of the reasons. Anyway,
not with that attitude.
No, Rise Coffee, I'm a big fan of, and people make fun of it. They're like, "Isn't that made out of mushrooms?" Yes, it's made out of mushrooms and roots.
Pander better. Come on, with that subpar level of pandering, we're never going to get there.
Well, I'm not done pandering yet.
Continue, pander away.
It is made out of roots, fair enough. But like the thing about it is once you put literally anything, all I do is put cinnamon in mine. That's it, and you can't taste the roots anymore. All you taste is the cinnamon, and instead of giving you fake energy that caffeine does, where you have the crash later. The blend of mushrooms and roots that they use give you actual energy with no crash, So I'm a big fan of not having a crash.
Drink. I'm sorry, but I don't drink coffee, but that sounds like a hippie drink.
I thought the same thing when my wife, because my wife was giving it. My wife's a content creator, and they sent it to her to try and to give her opinion, and I thought the same thing. And then she made me a cup, and I realized, oh my god, this is amazing, and I'm not tired. So you're not wrong. It does sound exactly like a hippie drink, but it's good. And I don't pass out at lunchtime, which is kind of a big deal for me.
Peroty, you're a tea man, aren't you? You love a good cup of tea.
No. Tea is just there to be a conveyance for things to make it sweet. Now, to be fair, I also drink like cold brew that I make poorly because really it's just about getting caffeine into my body, not so much about the beverage itself.
So you drink tea for caffeine?
No, coffee for caffeine and tea if I have to.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Now, being the Southern boy, I can't believe nobody called me out for not calling out sweet tea. But I don't drink sweet tea as often as coffee.
Which seems like you've just lost your way entirely.
Yeah, I mean, I have not been home in a very long time, like to live there. Of course, I just visited. I
was just say, except for like last week when we talked to you with no voice. I'm glad your voice is back, by the way.
Yeah, dude, that whole thing was nuts, dude. Like, I lost it entirely for a while. Like the whole thing.
I'm even quite upset that we didn't get to speak to Grandma Respawn. I really wanted to speak to Grandma Respawn.
Grandma Respawn is keeping her distance because she's on a breathing machine and everyone was sick.
So, okay, but it still would have sounded better than you wheezing.
I mean, you insisted on I talk instead of me just chatting, so that's your bad.
We just like peer pressuring you in anything. But Nitedemon, what is your answer?
Obviously, tea.
And I'm pretty sure like your status in the country hinges on this answer.
That's a long pause.
Well, when I was younger, my parents only drank coffee, and I drank coffee, and it was just instant coffee, so it wasn't anything fancy or anything. And I grew to dislike it. So tea's the only thing I kind of will drink now that's a hot drink, apart from hot chocolate. But then hot chocolate. If it's too sweet, even though I've got such a sweet tooth, I don't like drinking hot chocolate. But yeah, tea. I'll drink tea. Yeah.
What do you put in your tea? The chat needs to know.
Sugar, milk.
That's it. You do put milk.
And none of this. I've seen this thing on TikTok that Americans seem to just put water in a mug in the microwave. What's all that about?
What do you mean, for tea?
We don't have good things. We're all about speed and terrible quality of things.
I mean, I use a teapot.
Nothing we have is any good. It's just fast. I won't say nothing, but there are many things that are the fast or instant version of something good because it's there to be fast and there, not because it's a good experience.
Do you not have a kettle?
I do. And we use it.
Yeah. Of course I do.
Just put the tea bag in and boil the kettle.
Yeah.
We've got a kettle that will boil in under a minute. It's this special. I don't know how they do it. It's a really fancy one. You push a button, and in under a minute, you've got like however much hot water you need.
I can tell you how it does it. It does it with pressure and heat.
There you go. Then see,
because a lot of times you only apply the heat, but if you apply heat and pressure, it gets hotter even faster. Science is amazing.
Yeah. So that's how you should have your tea, with proper hot water, not microwaved hot water.
Well, my wife won't microwave water for tea or coffee. She microwaves the grits, though. So, just
different.
My whole culture.
Yeah.
Follow-up question. Is this an answer or a therapy session about Demon's hot drinks?
Yes.
Look, I'd rather drink a nice cold glass of Pepsi or Pepsi Max. I don't know what they call it over there. It's something different over in America.
No, we have Pepsi.
It's got no sugar, no caffeine.
Pepsi's that's Coke Zero. No, but we totally have Pepsi here. We have sugar-free Pepsi. We got all that stuff.
Yeah,
but it's not sugar-free. They replace the sugar with another sweetener like Splenda or whatever. It still has a sweetener.
But there's no sugar. It's sugar-free, not unsweetened.
No, it's nice and sweet, but
because words mean things.
Yeah,
right.
Nope, there's no sugar in it. Never mind that there's 16 other sweeteners, but there's no sugar. Don't worry, we have no sugar anywhere near it.
And never mind that whatever they put in there never exits your body. That's a fun fact.
I'm pretty sure lots of things exit my body, but
no, whatever sweetener they put in, scientists can't find the chemical compound it breaks into or how it exits your body.
Funny tangent, squirrel talk here.
Squirrel.
For some strange reason, my family were watching this program with a chef over here, Greg Wallace, that does MasterChef, called Inside the Factory, and he was looking at how jelly beans were made, and literally at every step of the process, sugar, more sugar. My wife's like, "Oh my god, I didn't realize how much sugar's in them things." Like,
they're jelly beans.
It's just pure sugar, love. What are you talking about?
Isn't a jelly bean just sugar and something to hold the sugar together?
Yes.
Isn't that all it is? Sugar. Like, is there anything else?
Sugar is also the binding compound.
It's sugar all the way down.
And it takes about 10 days to make them.
Yeah, what did you expect from jelly beans? It's like thinking cotton candy was full of vegetables and nutrients.
Cotton candy.
Nutrients.
Oh
my god. Yes. No, good question.
So this is where we desperately beg you to email the show 210-100@hotmail.com or come to our lovely Discord and leave us questions. We have this whole channel for questions and feedback that we welcome both of those things, because next week is probably going to be another version of this.
Yeah.
So, and by this I mean whatever Nitedemon comes up with for us. Because the game is the game, and who knows what it's going to be. So if you'd like to have any of your dying, burning questions answered about the game, not about the game, where you land on the important cat, dog, or sugar glider spectrum, I mean, this is your chance. 210-100@hotmail.com or the Discord questions and feedback. Leave us some, and while Respawn will give you an answer immediately to anything you leave in Discord, it will also give us some fodder for the show itself.
Indeed.
Which is really to the benefit of everyone.
When is the Destiny and original Doom collab? That's kind of out of left field. Also, They say that Demon doesn't deserve therapy because he puts milk in his tea. Apparently, that's very
British?
Yeah, that.
I think you may have just lost your carry through the dungeon from Noble with that.
Well, I think you lost your British card for that.
Look at my face, not caring.
We can't see your face. You don't have your camera
Exactly. And my face is not caring.
But we have seen his face. And if you too would like to see his face or other things, patreon.com/TTAH. It's on an OnlyFans. It's a Patreon. It's better. You can't be threatened with a good time like Step Orbit. If you're the T-Rex King, Scarlet KM, BHS Nightcrawler, Melamelian, Tato M64, you are part of our phenomenal Otter Dance Troupe. Why do they dance? Respawn knows why they dance. Nitedemon knows why they dance. It's not the tea, it's not the sugar, it's not the coffee. It is the grenades thrown by Carter 2782, Golden God 1562, Basically Salt, Zombie Pops, Renard Calant, Fire Squad 1688, and of course, We Noble himself, who does not appreciate you putting milk in your tea. But what we do appreciate? Deacon's Day 1 raid team of Dimwee, Gravy Jeff, and PP Pipe. And we appreciate Respawn for the live stream and giving us access to the lovely chat of human beings to give us questions to answer. And we appreciate Nitedemon because this entire show is just one long therapy session that we've started back in 2019 and it's going to keep going as long as it has to until we get to the root cause of all the Destiny problems. And this is where I say thank you for joining us. Your Titans are Peroty and Nitedemon, your Hunter is no one responds in real life. Will we be 2 Titans and a Hunter next week? Tune in to find out. Who knows what we could be then. But where we are is on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Everywhere with a search box, 2 Titans and a Hunter. You can find this show wherever you get your podcast. And I truly, sincerely mean that. If there's a way to get a podcast, search us, find us. We are there. I promise you. If you want to email the show, and you should email the show, 2 Titans and a Hunter, all one word, at hotmail.com. Give us your questions, Destiny related, non-Destiny related. Any burning question you have, send it our way. We have plenty of time to answer questions. Let's get to them. And you should follow us on YouTube for each new episode, weekly update video, and all the live streams. Because we have many, many of those things. What does Ada have for you? What's the Eververse have? What game mode is Iron Banner good to be this week? Nitedemon will tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, 100% correct, what is going to happen next week in Destiny.
Well,
and if you'd like to join our Patreon, patreon.com/TTAH. If you want to buy us a coffee, coffee.com/2 Titans and a Hunter. That's ko-fi.com. And if you want the thrill of live action, spicy language, and just hang out in the chat most times when we record the show, twitch.tv/no one responds in real life. And one day there will be streams at twitch.tv/2 Titans and a Hunter by the British man who is wrangling all the children in the land, who needs to play his Iron Banner, who needs to get through his dungeon. You should go there, you should hit the button, you should like, follow, subscribe, and you will know when all these things happen. Now, unless we have anything else, goodbye, people.
Love everybody, and deuces.
ciao.
Ciao, darling. Ciao.
2 Titans and a Hunter, a Destiny 2 podcast.